What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see everybody here on this fine evening. I hope you are all excited for a nice evening relaxing stream. Well, evening for me. I know it's midnight for a lot of you guys out there, way east out there in Europe. Not necessarily evening for those Pacific Islanders out on the west coast there, west coast, best coast. But yeah, I hope you guys are ready. Nice chill stream this evening. We are going to be streaming along XP72. If you haven't, check him out. His link is in the description below. We did this last time. We kind of did a dual stream where we stream the same flight at the same time and you get two different perspectives. Also, I'll put a link in chat, and mods, feel free to copy this and just paste it throughout the stream as well. But XP has a new website, which basically going to be your one-stop shop for everything flight sim, and you can actually watch both streams at the same time or multiple streams at the same time that are featured on his website. And he's just doing a lot of really awesome things for the community. So I back him 110%. I'd like to call him a friend. He's a great dude, great streamer. I hang over there quite a bit when I'm not streaming as well, just in the background, just chilling. So anyway, what's going on, guys? Freedom BW, what's up? Clear Direct Fubar, Flying Guitar Sam, Miss Jungles, good to see you. Good evening, Cartage Wool, what is up, my buddy? Firefighter McCall, Anthony Anderson, watching from the Flight Factor EFB. Now that is pretty epic, dude. I got to see a screenshot of that, man. That's pretty epic. Who else? We got Lachlan Bray, what's going on, man? Fly Guy 1, Chris in the house. Wash 176, Berto 360. What's going on, Berto? Good to see you here as well. Man, look at all those silver emojis, those silver stripes. Man, almost made it to full-blown captain there for all those silver stripers out there. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Anyway, I hope you guys are ready for the, I got something coming up here in the cruise phase of flight. What we're going to do is, you guys know I'm getting ready to go back to training. So I have some study guide material here that I'm actually going over in real life. And I thought it would be fun if I pick some of the questions from the oral exam guide and ask you guys some of these questions. It would give us a great opportunity to talk Airbus and kind of look at some system stuff. So I hope you guys are ready to just board up and have a good evening. Spirit Wings, what's going on, man? He says, just watched your 727 adventure from a few months ago. I don't know how you flew that bird and string at the same time. Oh, man, was that when we went from, I think we went from Seattle to Salt Lake, right? That might have been, if that's the stream I'm thinking of. I've had a couple adventures in that 727 on stream. Good airplane. Almost wanted to do the FlyJ Sim stuff on this one, but I put up a vote for the commercial pilots, and I have to apologize. When I checked the poll results, the Airbus was winning. I set up the stream, and then I saw that the A300 actually won. So for my commercial members, they get to vote in the polls for what aircraft I'm going to fly. And there was the A300 pulled a late victory there. So the next stream in X-Plane, we will be in the A300. Now, I don't know if the next stream will be in X-Plane or not, but the next time we are in X-Plane, we will indeed be in the A300. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Anyways, Jeremy Harvey, what's going on, man? Just talking about your music at the beginning. Good to see you here, Jeremy Harvey. I believe we're in your neck of the woods, right out here in Salt Lake City. So glad to have you on board, Jeremy. Fantastic intro music as always, man. Gets me hyped, gets me ready to go. I hope everybody is ready to get this show on the road. So, enough chit-chat. Let me hop into the cockpit of the Toliss 319. Now, this is I downloaded this cockpit mod, basically in-ops everything. It's called like mixed cockpits or something, and I just thought it was very fitting for an old United bird. So of course you guys saw that we were in the old United livery, which is my favorite United livery, the Battleship Gray. Now what I've also done is I've kind of matched some things here. So if you look at the wing, oh, almost pulled a Boeing there. If you look at the wingtip fences, I almost said winglets, but if you look at the wingtip fences, I've got some mixed-mashed parts here. We have the newer paint job on the wingtip fences here with an old paint job, which is not uncommon. We in our sim world, we think everything is uniform in an airplane. It's not uncommon to see different color nose cones. I mean, I've seen, a different color emergency exit doors. They, if an airplane has a piece that breaks and they gotta get a spare from somewhere close by and it's not the same airline, or they have, like, hey, can I borrow an exit door or engine cowling, whatever. So it's kind of fun to mix and mash a little bit here on this old A319. Also, one thing that I thought was pretty cool, and I've got it set up, is the aircraft configuration here. One thing I love about Toliss, man, they've got the degrading and the failures down pat. This is why I will say that this is probably my favorite X-plane Airbus is the Toliss 319. Not taking anything away from the 321 from Toliss. I love the 321 too, but there's just something about the 319 that's, I don't know, just makes me get those warm fuzzies, right? So, but this is cool here. Aircraft age, it's definitely on the older side. Engine age on the older side. I'm not exactly sure what it does. Maybe we have a little bit less performance. That would be what I would assume. And of course, guys, we are flying random faults on, and let's see, flight time factor of 100. So they are a little bit more common than normal. So I do have my emergency abnormal procedure handbook ready to go on our VATSIM flight. All right. Let's finally get this thing started up here. We got good voltage here. Battery 1, battery 2, and power on the airplane. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Any recs on a laptop to run FS 2020 X-plane? I am the wrong person to ask, man. You're going to need a highly powerful one. I can tell you that, though. All right. Power up screen here. So I've stolen my wife's computer screen. It's a larger one that I have as my second monitor, so I've moved the chat box over so I can see it better, and that way hopefully I don't miss as many messages from you guys. Let's go ahead and fire up the airplane here. I've been in P3D. I don't remember how to mouse wheel or mouse click here. Actually, I guess I can just hop over here. Let's do this. Ground control push button, come on. We'll leave the fuel tank pumps off. We'll just do an APU test. That looks good. Of course, we would verify. We'll go ahead and turn the packs on. Pack flow normal. We're going to take a full load of people tonight. We'll go nav lights on. Everything else can stay off until we get our fuel. Make sure we turn on the ACP3. This should be out and on so we can record the audio from the flight attendants. All right, we don't have anybody online over here, so that's not a problem. We'll just go ahead and put in the current weather from the sim, 3043. And then we also have our flight plan that we're going to have to load up here. Old school. We're not uplinked to SimBrief. I believe you can still do it that way. Actually, I know you can, but we'll do it the old school way here. We'll plug in the box. We haven't chugged around in the old McDo in a little bit, so let's see. I got my new air rack cycle. Shout out to Team Vodka for putting that in the Discord, because I would have been flying around with wrong air rack. And if you guys know me in VATSIM, it would probably be an event where I don't have a fix and we just have problems. So good thing I got that updated. Salt Lake City to Seattle. I haven't actually programmed a McDo in so long. I've been in that P3D, just uplinking. A UAL, what did we file as? 533. That would be good to remember your call sign. United 533, cost index of 75. Hopefully it's a little bit faster than that old rust bucket Boeing XP72 is going to be taken. We filed at 360. Actually, I think he's in a 737-900, right? So it's not a rust bucket, but it is a little underpowered, I think. It's kind of like a 321. All right, there's our initialization. That looks good. Okay, here we go. Let's pull out I even loaded the SimBrief flight plan for you guys. Look at me. It's like I've done this before here. We can skip all of this. We don't need to worry about the winds and loft. Well, we should, but where is our route to file? Seagull 1. I'm going to go ahead and plan on departing 16 left for now. Seagull 1 departure, TWF transition, insert that. So just a vector, it looks like. Off of TWF, we're direct to Boise. BOI. And after Boise, it's PDT. Oh my gosh, I need to know that fix. Somebody tell me what PDT is. I should know that one. PDT. Off PDT, we're going to join airway J163 to Bravo. Oh, uh-oh. I already messed up the flight plan, I can see. Yep. TWF, Boise. Boise is the airway. There we go. Thank you, Airbus. J163 to Papa. Oh no, Bravo Kilo Echo. And then it's PDT. There we go. Boise, A3, Bravo Kilo, Echo, PDT for the Chins 4. We'll have a discount in there. I don't know what they're landing. I'm just going to put 167 in the box for now. We'll figure it out when we get down there. The Chins, no transition. Clear this out. And also PDT direct Chins, I believe. There we go. So there is our flight plan. Dogs are freaking out already. It's going to be a good night, guys. Laugh so hard, the sound of rust bucket. Yeah, man. Oh, man. All right. That looks good. Flight plan is in there. We'll throw in a quick secondary. Secondary is a KSLC to KSLC. Secondary again, we're just working through our diffs rip here. Now we're actually going to put in the approach. It is the Toliss, so definitely want to have a secondary in there if you got failures on. Secondary perf. All we care about in the perf on the secondary is the approach. 3043 was the altimeter. Temperature outside is 2 degrees. Dang, it's cold. We're going to start that APU. We won't take any perf factor from the wind. We'll just go 0-0. And of course, if you were on a check ride, you'd want to look up the MDA, but I'm just going to put 200 there, and DH shouldn't be a problem. Secondary is in there. Nothing to hard tune on the rad nav. Init B, that is our loading. Let's go ahead and load the aircraft. Carter said me and XP started talking about PDT at the same time. What is it? Pendleton. Pendleton. Thank you. All right. ALP Spotter says, I feel like I'm in a Zoom call with the doggies. Dude, these dogs are going nuts. They've just been driving me nuts. We're going to take a full load of passengers tonight, 145. We're going to show up that 737-900. Actually, yeah, let's go a little bit lighter so we can just out-climb that Boeing. We'll take 100. Actually, you know what? We'll take 145. We'll just skimp ourselves on the fuel because that makes it interesting, right? Probably 1,500 pounds of cargo in the forward. We'll apply these load settings. Our fuel required for takeoff, our block fuel, is a planned gate fuel 74, and I did switch it to kilograms. I have no idea what we're burning. I just know it's 7,400. So back to the non-freedom units. We're going to take 74 on the dot. Make it interesting here. 74, no forward cargo. Aft cargo is loaded. 145 passengers. That gives us a 56.8 and 31.1 on the ZFCG. Block fuel 7.4 on board. Make sure I did, in fact, load it. Nope. Did I actually load the fuel? No, I didn't. 7.4. There we go. Loaded. Alternate.
Salt Lake City traffic, Delta 1096, taxi runway 34 left eye for departure via Hotel Echo Alpha, Salt Lake City.
Josh Semler says, V1, I love your content. Going to miss you when you go back to work. Hey, man. Appreciate that, Josh. I'm going to try to keep streaming even when I go back to work. You guys know that. I wish I could be streaming more when I'm off, but it's just hard to find that time. But I'm going to try to continue to stream even when we get back to work. All right, perf speeds. Let's just do that while we're here, and then we're going to fire everything up here. We're going to use Toga thrust because why not? 137, 137, and 140. We're going to do a flaps 1 takeoff, no flex. Engine out is 4640, reduction 57 with a transition of 18,000. I think we're pretty much ready to go, guys. Sounds like we got children boarding. Let's go ahead and fire up this APU here. Arm U, get everything ready to roll. D Pimento, what's up? He says, hey, Captain, with you. Since I tuned in right at the fault scenarios tab, how often would you say you have some kind of fault on an aircraft, even if it's not an MEL item? You know, if it's a 319, it's fairly common, maybe probably 1 in 5, 1 in 6, but just small stuff, you know, nothing huge. Massive faults and failures are, of course, less frequent, but having that perf factor up there, it keeps you on your toes. Is this XP here? ASA 1804? Should have checked before the stream what his call sign was. Can't really hear these sounds here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There we go. Had it way down. There we go. Let's turn out the ears. APU spooling up nicely. Looking good. Looking good. Max Rank just finished my Hornet livery. Ready for some DCS tonight. Awesome, man. You guys in that DCS.
Alaska 1804, ready check.
We got you 5x5.
And would there happen to be Mr. V1? Mr. V1, are you on the channel, sir?
Got you loud and clear, buddy. Oh, it didn't transmit. Got to turn on the radio, huh? Yes, sir. Where's my mic? Push to talk. Set toggle. Hold on. Microphone Yeti. Alright, how about now? Helps if you turn the radio on. I got you loud and clear, XP. Help me.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. V1 Sim is in Salt Lake City, and we're doing this dual flight up to Seattle today. Welcome aboard, my friend. I think you're going to be following the Boeing dust here. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, we'll see about that Boeing dust here in just a minute, man. But hey, I'm thinking that I might put you through the PA so you can do my PA announcements for me. How about that?
Roger, that sounds like a plan. I like that.
Alright, so we got the APU on. We'll get this on. Let's warm it up in here. We no longer need you. Let's drive away everybody else. And we'll run a couple checklists, guys. And I think we're going to be ready to get out of here. We'll hang tight till everybody finishes up. Jeremy Harvey says, I thought just hit me today. Santa better be Cat 2 certified, and his reindeer better be certified to vector takeoffs and landings. You got it, man. I think he's I'm for sure he's Cat 2. He may be even Cat 3, man. I will say that, and I was just talking to my wife about this, it is one of my favorite times of the year to fly. Being in the airports and seeing kids and reindeer sightings and all that, and just the overall spirit of the airports in December is really special, and I miss it.
Traffic southwest 756
but this is going to have to do
from gate B15.
But I am looking forward to getting back in the airplane for sure. I think the next stream that we do will be a full-blown anti-ice, de-ice stream in P3D with GSX, and that'll really help set the mood for winter time. Let's go ahead and start closing up some doors there. Oh yeah.
Salt Lake City traffic, Alpaca 875 is taxiing to runway 34 left via Alpha.
Mr. Jungle says, enjoy the FNO, guys. I've had a long day, so I'm ducking out early. Don't forget to hit that like button. Miss Jungles, appreciate you stopping by the stream. Have a shot of bourbon on me from Jungly's stash. Take it easy. Alright, doors are closing up. Everything else is looking good. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I was kept looking up here at this external power light. We're going to go ahead and turn that off. That looks good. We're squawking for VATSIM 2000 TARA for VATSIM purposes. We're on the Unicom. Nobody is online, so we're pretty much good to go. Let's review our procedures here and run the checklist like I said. So 10-9. What is the weather doing? I'm going to refresh this. Everyone taking off 3-4. Variable at 5. So I'm going to go off 1-6. I'm going to go off 1-6 left. We'll take it out here 7 north. So we're going to push off. We'll taxi out 7 north. Then if we were on ground, obviously we'd talk to ground. We'll probably take it out. We'll take a Gulf Whiskey 1-6 left on the Seagull 1 RNAV departure, so going to southbound, it's just a vector, super easy. Top altitude is flight level 230, but since we don't have any ATC on, we're going to set the top altitude
Salt Lake
at
traffic,
360.
Delta 2140, push and start from Bravo 7.
We're going to set it for 360. No other fancy restrictions on the departure procedure all the way out to Twin Falls. Just a couple at or aboves there at Corver and Seagull as we go over the lake here. So that looks good to me. Let's run a before start checklist. Maintenance log and tail number that is on board and check. Cockpit prep has been completed. Gear pins and covers are removed. Signs. We are on
Salt Lake City
auto.
traffic, Delta 1096, going to take runway 34 left for departure following the Seagull 1 departure, Twin Falls transition. Salt Lake City.
Let's see. Plan takeoff fuel 7-2 required. We got 7-4 on
Taxiing by
board.
hotel to runway 16 left for
Altimeter's
Seagull 1
3043 is
departure.
set. What is that in HG 1031? We'll set it right down there.
And Alaska 1804. What was the departure runway everyone's using?
I was planning on using 16 left.
16 left as well. Alaska 1804.
Perfect, man. And I can go ahead and push behind you if you want.
Roger that. We'll go ahead and start push here shortly. Thanks.
I figure I'd give you a head start.
Oh boy. I don't think I'm gonna need it, man. Come on.
Oh boy. Alright, well, just to be safe, guys, while we wait here, I don't want no rats, but we're going to do a little something special here. No ratting if you're dual watching. Got a little special trick up our sleeves there. Actually, you know what? We can even, it doesn't
And
make
just
much of a
FYI,
difference.
pilots, if you are flying the Seattle, just give about 4 minutes in trail for the guy in front of you departure before spacing in our attack.
I'm only going to need about 2 minutes in trail because we're going to be crushing it out of here. Alright, so we're pretty much good. Let me finish that checklist there. That's actually a real-life distraction, not necessarily talking over the radio like that, but we were going through our checklist, right? And then all of a sudden, you start talking, or a flight attendant comes up, or a gate agent comes up, and you miss where you are in the checklist. So let's go ahead and take that checklist. Where did we leave it off here? Let's just run it again, because I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I know this isn't a back-to-work stream, but try to keep it realistic as possible here. So again, from the top, maintenance log and tail number on board and check. Cockpit prep has been completed. Gear pins and covers removed. Signs are on and auto. Aiders are in night mode. Fuel 7-2 required. 7-4 on board. Altimeter's 3043 set. EFB is checked. Before start checklist is complete. We are just waiting on the doors. I'm going to go ahead and get the beacon light on, and we'll go ahead and close up that forward door. And let's prepare for our push. There's Alaska. I'm not sure where he's going to push. I imagine he's going to go that way. If Alaska can have his ground crew pull him, if you guys are duals watching the stream, ask XP if his ground crew will pull him a beam Bravo 16. That way I can push deep in the alley at Bravo 2. Another real-world scenario there is when you get a ramp controller that wants to push 2 aircrafts at the same time. They may say, United 533, I need you to push deep to spot 3, or push deep a beam gate Bravo 2. Alaska, push approved. Have your crank ground crew pull you up a beam 14 or 16. Well, I'm getting all tongue-tied there. But again, that's a little, just a little real-world scenario there. So that is Alaska off our right-hand side. We'll park it here on the minute.
And Alaska 1804, pushing back, Bravo 10, traffic.
Let's see. In real life, I see Captain Coyle, so wait until last minute, turn on the APU. So, for the APU, so you want to, it depends on the airline, but essentially 10 minutes prior.
Salt Lake City traffic, Delta 1096,
10 minutes prior to push is when you're going to get that.
Salt Lake City traffic lock call.
Is when you're going to get that typically to start. Now, if I get down to the airplane and let's say you have ground power, or I'm sorry, ground air hooked up, a lot of times those ground air parts aren't very good. Turn this guys down a little bit. So sometimes that ground air card isn't very good, so then I turn it on early, but it will be company specific, but I think they try to get it to right around, you know, anywhere between 10 and 15 prior to push. You don't want to just, if you can help it, you don't just want to come down to the airplane and
So FYI, Salt Lake City Tower just came online, 119.05.
have a hard time keeping train of thought while I was talking there. But yeah, you don't just want to come down and turn the APU on like an hour prior. We can hide all of them. I'm just going to start the pushback so at least we'll be in position. Salt Lake City Tower is online. So let's go ahead and get our clearance then before anybody else does. 1905.
Good for me.
Squawk altitude, Southwest 72.
Salt Lake Tower, good evening. United 533, like to pick up our IFR to Salt Lake. I'm sorry, to Seattle.
United 553, how you doing, my dude? I will get you a clearance as soon as I can. Stand by. There's a long list here.
No worries, man. Take your time.
All right, Southwest 756.
Also
I-4 to Seattle. Whenever you get a chance, thanks. Alaska, was that Alaska 1804? Russia, Alaska 1804. Alaska 1804, we'll get that for you. Stand by, good sir. Thank you.
Let me turn down X pilot a little
Salt
bit.
Lake Tower, Alpaca 875 is holding short of runway 34 left on Alpha 2.
Alpaca 875, hello. Are you wanting to take off or did you just land?
Ow.
No, it's just getting ready to take off for 875.
All right, Alpaca 875, I will get. Where are you going? Seattle, I assume.
Seattle.
All right, well,
All right,
I think I
Alpaca 875,
vaguely remember this happening last time.
One, and after I get Southwest going here.
Stand by for 875.
And bypass
All right.
inserted. Release parking.
Southwest 756. All right.
Okay,
You're
I'm
cleared to
gonna turn this
Seattle
down
International
somehow.
Airport via Seagull 1 departure. Twin Falls transition, then it's filed. Maintain flight level 300. Expect 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency will be up soon.
Oh my gosh.
So actually, departure is up now. 125.92. Squawk 0546.
Hopefully that's a little bit better. I turned everything way down.
Cleared to Seattle via the Seagull 1 departure.
All right, Alaska, where are you pushing there? It looks like he's pushing deep.
Departure, squawk 0546 and contact departure
Yeah.
at.
Now I can hang out in the chat anyway.
That is
I hope
radar
peanuts are
correct,
served on this flight.
756 and runway
This is United. I think we have peanuts,
right,
man.
Wind 290
Unlike
at
Alaska,
5,
we
clear
have
for
peanuts
takeoff,
on this
flight heading
flight.
280.
We have the honey
Flight
roasted.
280,
You guys remember the honey roasted peanuts? Those are my favorite. Lightly sugared. They banned all peanuts now on South.
Delta 2180. Hello. Expect a PDC as soon as I can get to one.
Take it easy, Cosmic.
Gotcha.
Thanks for stopping by, man. It's late for you. Get some rest, my friend. Might want to up that fuel. Fubar now. Of course, in real life I
Delta
would. But
1122, you will.
let's make it interesting.
You're all in the queue. I got a bunch of strips for you guys here. Everyone who's currently on frequency, you're all in queue. You're going to get a PDC. Do not worry. It just might take a few minutes.
Everyone's going to Seattle. I'm going to Portland. Hope you guys took extra fuel. Team Vodka, what's going on, man? I'm on your train tonight, man, with a little vodka OJ right now. But yeah, Fubar, I may be on bourbon before the end of the night. So I only have, the reason I'm not on the bourbon right now is because we had family in town, right? So I definitely went through a lot of bourbon. I think I've got one glass, maybe two left. So I gotta.
All right, who was the one that called me up off of 34 left?
Man.
Alpaca 875 on Alpha 2.
All right, Alpaca 875. You're opposite of the flow right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and release you. So give me stand by 1 second.
So this guy is really working hard tonight. Might have to make a PA here for the passengers. Let's see, what do we got here? How are we looking on fuel? We can
All right,
bring
Alpaca
it to you.
875, clear to Seattle via Seagull 1 departure, Twin Falls transition, then it's filed. Maintain flight level 340, maintain 10,000, excuse me, sorry, maintain 10,000 until you're cleared.
He just yawned during
Departure
clearance.
is 125.92.
Hey, what's going on, man? Let me try to turn this down even more. I'm like going to all my different sound settings. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that had to do it. Harry, what's going on? He says, hey, Skipper, I noticed today on Threshold website they previewed a Toliss A321 LR back on Monday, and their in-screen shot, they have Imperial units. Yes, they do have Freedom units. I saw that picture as well. I actually commented in the Toliss Discord as well. Oh, there goes that Alaska. We'll go ahead and push behind him once he clears our tail. But yeah, I am super excited about that area. I did see that. I am looking forward to that for sure. Is he going to stop?
There's currently an aircraft inside of me. It says Alaska. I was kind of here first.
All right, that looks close enough. Cockpit to ground.
All right, Alpaca 875, fly heading 280, runway.
You're clear to push. Give way to Alaska behind us. Push deep in the alley, please.
And you may start engines.
Alright, active departure flight heading 280, runway 34 left, 13, contact you.
All right, here we go. 2 glasses. Heck, that isn't going to get us to the runway. Fubar, I know. That's why I'm holding off. That's why I had to start with the vodka first. Golden State says, are we getting some Biscoffs tonight? You know it, man.
Southwest 756, contact departure, heaviest flight, and to everyone else, I'm going to need you to not talk on the frequency, just talk in chat if you need to other pilots.
Roger, contacting departure.
Oop, XP got in trouble. XP got in trouble. Team Vodka says, hey, I've got a bourbon. I'm inbound to Portland from Anchorage. That's our alternate. We may end up in Portland before this night is over, man. Anthony says, I would drink, but it's finals week. There you go, man. You got to keep that brain sharp. No drinking during finals. Captain Shark, what's up, man?
I need to clear you first.
Christian says, everyone's having a drink. I'll pop a bottle of wine. That's all I got.
All right, thank you.
I was just saying we need to get some more. I haven't had wine in a while, man. I do love wine. I love a good wine. The alpacas are growing. They are. That is Flight Deck to Sims alpacas. Captain McGee, what's going on, man? He says, what's up? Made a stream. Happy flying. Captain McGee, welcome aboard, dude. Glad to have you on board.
New Zealand 361, hello. Are you taxiing
New Zealand?
currently, or are
What's the temperature like in here? Is it too warm? 24C? No, it's perfect. Might be a little bit toasty on the back. Let's cool down. We're definitely going to be single-engine taxiing on this one.
All right, New Zealand 361, I'll get a clearance for you, but just to get you out of the taxiway, runway 16 left, taxiway hotel.
All right, we're going to go ahead and start engine 1. Just in case we have to move. Turning 1. Should have done the before start check, or the below the line. Windows doors and slides closed on beacon on, thrust levers out of parking brakes off. Transponder, 4 star checks complete.
0536 as soon as possible.
There we go.
Correction, 0536.
Gavin says, am I the only one drinking beer tonight? Nah, man, I had a beer before the stream. Don't worry, you're good.
Yeah, 0536, I don't know if I said
Team
that
Vodka
right.
says, I made my alternate Vancouver. Seemed a better choice, yeah. So I've never been in a fuel emergency on VATSIM yet, but if it does happen, it will probably happen on an FNO, so Godspeed.
Alpaca 875, contact Salt Lake City approach 128.1.
Romulus, what's going on, brother? He said, I'm trying to fly it on Microsoft 2020. Sat at the end of 16 left waiting for you, not on VATSIM. Sounds good, man. Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, what's going on, brother? He says, what's your bourbon of choice? Man, I can't get off this, the Woodford Double Oaked, man. The Double Oaked from Woodford is just my choice bourbon right now. Not super expensive, but I think it's really good for the price. When my father-in-law came into
Operation
town...
complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Go ahead, left is.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
I needed equipment stuff for you.
When my father-in-law came into town, he said to use or try out Horse Soldier bourbon. I tried that out. Very good. Not smoky. It's more of a woodsy, earthy flavor. But we don't have any more of that left. It's like twice as much as the Woodford is. But I would prefer a Woodford. I got probably one glass left of that. All right, we got a good start on 1. We're just going to leave it like that. We're going to single engine taxi. Flaps come to 1.
Center, Delta 1690.
Listen to those sounds, baby. Yeah.
Delta 1690, hello, expect a PDC. I have all of you guys who need a PDC. You're on my
Curtis
list.
says XP's
all of you
watching.
guys are on my
Oh,
list,
man.
even if you didn't call up, so don't worry.
All right, we got a good start on one. We're going to leave the
disconnected and
AP
bypass
on.
bin has been
Tail
removed.
entry pump is
Hand
on.
signal on the
AP
right.
bleed
We'll
is
see you
off.
next time, and have a safe flight.
All right, thanks for the smooth push. We'll see you next time. Once they clear, we'll pull up and get on Alaska's tail there. But we got a good start on engine 1. Definitely going to have to single engine. What's our min takeoff? 7.2. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. We're at 7.360. Jeez Louise. Captain Shark, welcome to Private Pilot, man. Welcome to the channel, dude. Positive rates for Captain Shark, dude. Welcome aboard. You now have access to, of course, those emojis. You've got access to the V1 After Dark channel in the Discord. If you got questions that you want me to answer in text or whatnot, that's the best place to get a hold of me directly. Also, you are now eligible to watch the podcast series, which I put out pretty much every month. I'm combining November and December together as well. Hopefully, I'll be able to tell you why I'm combining these 2 months together for this podcast. There's something that I want to talk about, but I can't really talk about. So, yeah, man, welcome aboard. Glad to have you on board, man. Roderick Saunders, Woodford Rocks, that's all I buy these days. There you go, man.
1804, ready for taxi.
Roman, tell us here, stop the airplane, get on.
City Tower, hello.
Hey, man, come on aboard.
Where are you right now?
All right, so we're good.
We're currently
we're gonna taxi up to and hold short of him.
Taxiway. We're gonna go to spot 5, Alaska 1804.
Alaska 1804, yeah, I have no idea where spot 5 is. Are you short of Echo or Hotel?
We're short of Echo,
currently
man.
We are Charlie taxiway.
Short of Charlie.
Give me a second here. Let me just pull up and tell you exactly where I am. I'm gonna be
This is
spot
spot
10
7
short of Echo.
or 10.
Alaska 1804.
Alaska 1804, thank you, that helps me a lot. Runway 16 right, taxi via Echo Bravo Alpha 11.
Echo Bravo Alpha 11, Alaska 1804. Thank you.
Xp72.
So we haven't got our PDC yet, so we're just gonna hold short. Bib and Tucker Bourbon, trust you. B-dubs, I'll check it out, man. I'm always down to try new stuff. Always down to try new stuff. You guys have a lot of good recommendations too, so I will take a look at it, my friend. There's a lot of planes out here, man. Now, technically, we could go to spot 7 north up here, because this isn't controlled by ground. But we don't have a PDC. So in real life, obviously, you wouldn't push off the gate without your PDC, unless you were specifically told to, or it was a reroute or something like that. But
Attention all aircraft, Salt Lake City ground is now standby actually.
But what we're gonna go park up here, because this is all technically
Attention
a
all aircraft,
ramp.
Salt Lake City ground is now active. 123.77, contacted for ground, except for Alaska 1804 and Air New Zealand 361 remain with me.
So this is all technically a ramp movement area. All right, so we got to call ground on 2377.
Ground Delta 183, we're going to apply for clearance with ground as well. Yeah, go contact ground for all your clear.
Delta, which one?
Oh, there we
Delta
go.
2057. Delta 2057, Salt Lake ground, good evening. We got a whole bunch of expected PDC. I'm getting them out as quick as I can.
Roger
We're
that,
gonna
just
go
want
up
to
to
let you know
7
we were here.
north. That way people can push off the gate too.
Thanks, sir.
Salt Lake ground, Spirit Wings 128, you got us in the queue.
Spirit Wings 128. Is that Phantom? Tell me that's Phantom.
Burbank is 128, affirmative.
Sounded like him. And Salt Lake ground, just want to confirm United 533 also in the queue.
See as soon as I get to it.
So that's 8. We're going to go 7 north.
To LA.
We're going to cross the pad. We're going to stay at 7 north. I believe, yeah, 7 south, 7 north is just to the left.
Salt Lake ground, Delta 2140, requesting IFR clearance to Seattle.
Delta 2140, Salt Lake ground. Good evening, clearance on request. You'll expect a PDC.
Ground, good evening, Delta 183.
Watch the PDC be some crazy route and we have to get more fuel.
Delta 183, Salt Lake ground. Good evening.
All right, so here's what I'm talking about. So anytime that you see a solid line and a dash line, you cannot cross a solid line without a clearance. So we're on a ramp area, non-ramp area.
I'm getting them as quick as I can, guys. Just bear
But
with
you
me.
can never go across a solid line. And when you come off the runway, you'll see that there's two solid lines and 2 dash lines. You can go from dash to the solid, but you can't go from solid to dash. So we'll go ahead and set the brake here. And you know what? To save fuel, we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and shut off engine 1. The electric pump is off. APU is still on. Confirm 1, confirm. Engine 1 is coming down. Because we're already at 7.3 on the fuel. We'll go ahead and turn the bleed on, fill the cabin with fumes as we shut down. But we'll spool it down there, and we're going to hold short here at 7 north. Will you fly a KC-135 and X-Plane if they have any available for download? If it's a good one, Chris. I've been wanting, and I've been saying a KC-135 or some type of transport would be the best thing for DCS, because I would set up a honeycomb throttle, quadrant, and yoke, and I would literally get in DCS and fly a C-130 around. If you could be an AWACS or something, or refueling would be cool too. But resupply airfields, I think that would be a great platform for it. If they had one in X-Plane, I might tinker around with it for sure. But let me go ahead and make a quick PA up front here, because we did shut down. I should probably start practicing PAs too. So let's see, we're 7.3. Let's go ahead and make a quick.
And we're on Alaska 3599, flight to Seattle.
Alaska, hold on
Alaska
that.
3599, Salt Lake Island, good evening. Clearance on request. Expect to be easy. I'm getting them as quick as I can.
Folks on the flight deck, you can tell we just shut down engines here on a little holding pad just north of the terminal. We are waiting for a clearance to come from clearance to livery. We do not know when that will be. However, they did tell us it's very soon, and hopefully they'll get us out of here within the next 10 minutes or so. So we do appreciate your patience. We do ask that you keep your seatbelts fastened and remain in your seats. That way, when it is time to move the airplane, we can move the airplane without impeding other traffic. So thanks again for your patience, and we'll update you here again shortly.
Delta 1069, Salt Lake Island, good evening. Clearance on request. Expect a PDC. Will be a few minutes.
Look at all those. Should I leave the yellow dots on? The yellow on? I don't know if you guys do that. Jeremy Harvey says, have I seen the new Salt Lake City terminal? I have not, man. Oh boy, I think I hear CFMs. Golden State. I don't remember if I put the CFMs on there or not. And an audible groan from the cabin as the engine shuts down. Yep, Fubar, you know it, man. No chance for catching XP now. I know. And we're doing Constant X99. Oh, we may not have enough fuel to try to catch XP. We may have to divert before we even get the top of climb. Don't forget to say, yeah, they got a good, those are good. From the flight deck, you can tell we shut down our engines. We do ask that you remain seated until we advise our plan of action here. Thanks again for your patience.
Salt Lake City ground, Delta 2140, ready taxi.
Drinks better get comp with this delay. Alex Hansley, I'll tell you what, man. If our delay, let's see, we're 22. We were supposed to depart at 22:45 or 22:50 actually. So we're still 4 minutes good. Once we reach past our departure time of 22:50, I will comp drinks for everybody on board. So about another 5 minutes, and if we haven't got our PDC in 5 minutes, then we're gonna need to comp some drinks for sure. Curtis says, "Don't worry, XP's taxiing slowly." There you go. Maybe tell him he needs to wait for performance numbers short of the runway.
Taxi via Hotel Echo.
Those old 7.3 guys in American, a lot of times if you're behind them, they'll be right up to the runway ready to go. Tower will give them the clearance to cross, and they'll be like, we're still waiting on final numbers. Because they're, like how we have GSX and P3D, and I showed you how you get the company message that comes in. They do a lot of their radio closeouts manually, and sometimes it takes a while for them to get their numbers.
Aircraft calling for push and start was, say again the call sign?
XP is sitting on the taxiway waiting. There you go. Do you blame him waiting for PDC? What's the PA sounds like? A very bored pilot? There you go, man.
Alaska 351, push and start, approved face north.
Face north,
I didn't know you were supposed to call for push and start on VATSIM. Was that a Pilot Edge thing? Did I make a boo-boo? I don't know. Maybe I'm sure one of you guys can let me know. I thought for sure that they didn't really care until you were holding short of a taxiway. I know Pilot Edge does it that way. Hey, there we go. PDC.
Ground, American 3051.
All right, let's do some work here. Transponder 0551. This is where I wish I had two people here, so I could have. All right, go ahead. Start engine 1. 0551. Flight level 360. Seagull as filed. To maintain 10,000, 230 knots. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do 10,000, and let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start engine 1. AP bleed is on. Start 1. 10,000 and 230. So we're going to pre-select our climb speed here. If you get a climb restriction like that, go ahead and pre-select it in your McDo. That way it doesn't go to 250. It just stops at 230. So we're going to do 230 pre-selected for our departure up to 10,000 feet. PDC received 2350. Reply on hard contact. Clearance delivery with questions. All right, we're good to go. That is on. Everything else is on. And we're spooling up engines here. As soon as I get our engine online, we're going to get out of here and start taxiing. And let me just double check the ATIS code. ATIS code is Alpha. Salt Lake ground, United 533 with information Alpha. We're 7 north, holding short of Echo, ready to taxi.
United 533, Salt Lake ground, good evening. Runway 16 right, taxi via Echo, Bravo, Alpha.
All right, 16 right, taxi via Echo, Bravo, Alpha, Lima for United 533.
United 533, that's Echo, Bravo, Alpha 11.
I'm sorry, that makes much more sense since Lima's not even on the chart. So Alpha, Echo, Bravo, Alpha 11 for United 533. I heard Lima, that was, all right, here we go. Whoa. We're not even going to worry about the yellow electric pump. We're going to go ahead and just start engine 2 on the taxi out. We don't have to count drinks. We're moving. 2250. We should probably see where we're going. So Echo, left turn on Echo. Bravo is the outer. So
okay, there were 2 of you.
Echo, Bravo, outer.
Just call for clearance, stepped on each other. I'm getting the clearances out as quick as I can. Expect PD.
Roger, thank you.
They usually tell you if they say call for taxi, then you push start. Okay. All right.
On the ground, American 1526, the I4 clear.
XP still waiting.
Awesome. File for information Alpha. Sorry to have my call turned down, sorry.
All right, that sounds like we got 2 good starts. Reset the timer.
Sorry, American 1526.
Flaps 1, that come off, that come off. Make sure we still have all of our perf data that we do. Let's run an after start.
No worries.
Engine and ice is off, yellow electric pump is off, rudder trim 0, after start checklist complete. We're going to make a right turn on Bravo, which is the outer, don't miss it. Let's do a flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudders, full left, swing and ride, full right, neutral, auto brakes max, takeoff config check. PWS is on auto. That is TARA. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff. Go ahead and ding the flight attendants. What is our trim? 0.5% CG down, so we need to go down 0.5. There we go. All right, let's run our checklist here real quick. Before takeoff checklist, gross rate comparison is complete. Pitch trim 0.5% CG set. V1, VR, V2 flex. I got 137, 137, 140, no flex set. Flaps, they are config 1 plus F. Flight instruments, checked. Flight controls, checked. ECAM memo, takeoff all green. ECAM status checked. PWS is auto. TCAS code set. TIRA. Cabin crew advised. Mini brief is complete.
Okay, never mind. I was going to tell you to take Alpha, but because there's an aircraft on Bravo, but it looks like he's moving now.
Roger that. We got traffic on site. We'll take Bravo behind Alaska. United 533. PWS is on auto. TCAS code set. TIRA. Cabin crew advised. Mini brief is complete. Takeoff runway. Verify. Oh, look at that. 16 right.
4424,
Seagull.
Seattle information Alpha on board.
Delta 24.
Did that delete our speeds? It did.
Expect PDC. It'll be a few minutes. I'm getting to it as quick as I can.
Copy that for Delta 24, 216.
Was it 140? We'll double check it, but there we go. That's why you do a checklist. Takeoff runway is confirmed. 16 right. Fuel. 72 required. 7240 on board. Totally probably illegal. We'd be going back in real life. Engine mode selector is normal. Bleeds and packs are set. Before takeoff check is complete. I believe this is Bravo, right? Nope, not yet. Bravo is one more. There's Alaska behind Bravo. Cabin ready.
Ready for taxi.
1 plus F Toga. 36-36-40 is what we're looking for. So we're just one knot off. That's fine. 137 is
check your transponder, squawk 05.
On the safe side, anyway. But that's how we get it done, man. That's how we get a single pilot Airbus rolling. How are we on the warm-up time? There's just about 3 minutes. We can stop the chrono. We're ready to go. Tower is 1905.
Echo Bravo Alpha 11.
What was departure frequency? There is no departure frequency.
Was this the taxi clear of American 3031?
We'll just put 2810 in there. We'll get up there.
Taxi
Alright, we're ready to roll. Alright, I totally ignored the chat, but hey, we are rolling, guys.
Alpha 11.
Where did you get those cockpit texture from? Nordy, I got it off the Org store website, just a free mod. Just look up, like, old cockpit mod or mix match cockpit or something like that. I thought it was pretty cool. You know, we always have everything clean and nice and everything's working, but this is more realistic. You see some in-op systems, although pretty sure you can't go without the evac shutoff horn. You can go without the rain repellents, I know that. But just having in-op stickers on it, we're mixed and matched. We got a mix and match wingtip fence out there. We're just an old beat up 319, man. Just a typical day on a 319. But I got it off the X-Plane website, or X-Plane Org Store website for free in the download section. XP said I'm going really slow. XP said I'm going really slow. Man, he's gonna regret. He's gonna regret waiting for me when we hit that cost index 999. Simon, what's going on, man? Welcome aboard, dude.
533, monitor tower 119.05. Have a good flight.
1905. Have a good one, yeah, at 533. All right, departure 2810, I believe. I really, really, really need 28.1. Really,
Alaska
really
1804, you gonna be ready to go?
Radio stack. Come on, Alaska. Should I cut him off? Should I say it? Should I? United 533 will be ready.
Alaska 1804, you ready to go?
Alaska 1804, ready to go.
Alaska 1804, runway 16, correction, runway 16.
I got my thermal
right.
printer from Amazon, man. It was like, I don't know, 15, or I can't remember. It wasn't expensive, $15. It's a T-Row, T-E-R-O-W.
16,
Thermal printer.
Alaska 1804.
Just a small one. Love that livery though, huh? Battleship gray, man. One of my all-time favorite liveries. And it's definitely hands down my favorite United livery. Chris Scott says, I really miss United old livery, but I love the new United blue. So I've only seen like a handful, maybe, I don't remember the last time I saw the new United livery. I think it's nice, but I think they could have done more. I don't know. I just have a thing with white fuselages, man. Like Alaska, like the Alaska paint job. That's so old school. Now the salmon one is sick. They got one that's got a big salmon on the side. That one's awesome. But just something about white fuselages, man. I think it's just, you could do more than that. You could do more than a white fuselage. Is this, yeah, we don't get the swing way all the way out there. We're going to go ahead and cut it off short here. Kill our taxi line. You guys ready to go up to 10,000 feet, 230 on the speed? We're probably going to have some discos since we had a runway change. We'll clear that up once we get to cruise altitude. and we start doing our questions, our study guide questions for the Airbus. There goes XP. See you later, buddy. Look at that old Boeing. Barely has enough thrust to get off the runway, huh? What is the thermal printer? It's just a small, cheap little printer, like a receipt printer for
Unit
print receipts.
533, runway 16 right, line up and wait.
16 right, line up and wait, Unit 533. Line up and wait. So we're just going to extend those. We're not going to turn them on. Yeah, I definitely have the CFM sounds on here, I believe. There he goes. Barely see him. There we go. There goes XP. Have a good flight, brother. Someone mentioned Air Canada in chat. The new Air Canada livery, it is white, and I think it's, you know,
Oscar
it's
1804,
white.
contact
But
departure, have good flight.
the eyebrows on the
280.
cockpit and just the
Heading
black
280,
and red
contact
looks
departure,
sick.
1804,
I think the new Air Canada livery looks
Yep.
pretty sick. It's one of the white liveries that I'll let pass. It looks clean, you know, it looks very clean. All right, 16 right. Line up and wait. How did we do? Oh, it didn't look too bad. Pretty good, a little off. There he goes, Ming. So the thing is now ATC is not going to let us pass him. That's the problem.
Unit 533, fly heading 280, runway 16 right, wind 280 at 5, clear for takeoff.
280 on the heading, 16 right, clear for takeoff, United 533. All right, here we go. Spool them up. 50%. Yoga. Oh. I'll turn those down as soon as we get airborne.
Good evening, Salt Lake Tower, Delta 240,
Listen to that power.
runway 16.
80 knots, thrust set.
2140, Salt Lake City Tower, hello.
We forgot to turn our lights on. Neutral by 100. Vodka. Oh gosh, P1, rotate. Woo. Positive rate. Gear up. Oh boy. Ear destruction. And full heading, please. Positive trend in airspeed.
Salt Lake Tower, Delta 2140, ready for departure, runway 16 right.
Unit 533, contact departure, have good flight.
Over departure, United 533. All right, since I'm doing 45 things at once here, we're going to go autopilot on.
Stand by, Delta 21.
Departure, good evening, United 533. We're 7 climbing 10,000 in the turn, heading 280.
Okay, 533, Salt Lake City departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb and maintain 13,000, United 533. All right, we got 13 blue, 230 on the pre-select.
39er contact. Connect Salt Lake City Tower now, 119.05.
Yoga power. I love the yogas in chat. And the chrono. I forgot the chrono. My bad. Multitasking route ruling. Yeah, I highly recommend not trying to turn your landing lights on while on the takeoff roll. I don't know what our speed is, but for cinematic purposes, let's go ahead and retract the flaps. Yeah, we were definitely not ready to retract flaps. That was pretty close. Look at that. Tiger tail came up, almost bit us. Is our... I need to look at this transponder over here. Put it in above mode. We are
Unit
in
533, clear direct to Corver.
Where is it? Direct to Corver, United 533. There we go. Corver. All right, thrust climb, open climb. We are nav mode 9. climbing 13,000. Did I see the INI A310? You bet, man. I am pumped, just like you guys are. Super pumped. YouTube pilots ruin their otherwise great videos by getting distracted in critical times. That's right, man. Critical distraction there. I try to minimize those on the back to work streams, but we're on a VATSIM FNO trying to have some fun, relaxing, chilling. Captain, would you like to fly baby bus A318? Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun, man. As fun as the 319 is in real life, I think the 318 would be even more fun. But, you know, my certificate doesn't say A318, so it only says 19, 20, and 21. I assume there's got to be some differences training required for an 18. Either that or they just don't put it on the certificate unless you specifically go after it. I don't even know, other than British Airways that has that 318, I don't know anybody that flies an A318.
And Alaska 1804, level 13,000.
Alaska 1804.
There's also a special project
Corver climb via the
for INI.
Corver climb via the SID, Alaska 1804, thank you.
United 533 at Corver climb via the SID.
All right, at Corver, comply, climb via with United 533. That's kind of a weird, I got you, clearance. So at Corver, we can go up to 230. So we're at 13,000. We're an alt star. So the real airplane, we should be able to do 230 here, push for manage climb, and it should stay in alt constraint mode. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to set up 230 because that's the top altitude. I'm going to push, thrust climb. No. Vertical speed 0. See, so it didn't do it right. It should honor. Oh wait, well that's at or above. Let's see if we can force it. Let's make Corver a hard altitude of 13,000. Okay. So now let's try push for manage.
Confirm you're turning right heading 280 now.
Thrust climb, alt constraint. Look at that. It worked. Hats off, Toliss. Fantastic job. So the reason it didn't do it initially is because my ears are bleeding, but because Corver was 13 or above, he wants us to maintain 13 and tell Corver. So what I did is I changed Corver, even though it's an at or above. I made it a hard altitude. That way the airplane would respect it. And then at Corver, look at that. We have the blue climb arrow. That means it's going to climb via after Corver. So awesome stuff on the Airbus. Now, I don't know if he still wants 230. You still want 230 on the speed for United 533?
United 533, yes, please.
Roger. Nice Forkboys out here for sure. A220s most likely. They're replacing them with 220s or 737s. I got you. Terome in Romania still flies the 318. That's interesting. Boomax says his 5-factor 320 is supposed to get performance updates in the near future. I'm not holding my breath, man. I've been lucky enough, you know, that I haven't. Yes, it still tanks my system, but my system is strong enough where I can still run the flight factor. But I can definitely tell if you don't have a super powerful computer, you need those performance tweaks on the flight factor.
Alaska 1804, we are climbing via the SID, 15 at sea, 11 above.
What happened to that Boeing? Oh, at or above 15 for Seagull. I bet that 7.3 couldn't even make that step climb from 13 to 15 at 7 miles. It's probably a Boeing thing. Jeremy Harvey, what do you do? Where did you go in the box to make something a hard altitude? So the easiest way, Jeremy, is to come to your main flight plan page. Now remember, the left side is for lateral revisions. The right side is for vertical revisions. Just think, because we've got altitudes over here. So I clicked Corver, and then I had altitude constraint. But I'll show you what it had. It actually looked like this. It had a plus sign there. That means it's at or above. So when I initially put 230 and manage climb, it just wanted to start climbing because it said, hey, it's at or above 13 at Corver, not a problem. But ATC gave me cross Corver at 13 and then comply via. So what I did is I deleted that plus sign and made it a hard 13,000 so the airplane would respect it. So now let's see if it will do what it's supposed to do as we cross Corver.
0.27, good day.
2027 will be our next one.
120.27 today. Alaska 1804.
Look at that. Thrust climb, climb. It's going.
Departure American.
Now it's going to be a tight window there. We're going to help it out. We're going to go MCT thrust.
American 3051, solid stage departure, radar contact. I'll maintain 1 tree.
Because this is a tight window actually to kind of make that. And 15, that's it, right? That's it after that. So we can actually go open climb. Look at that climb rate. You're not going to see any 900 doing 4,700 feet per minute. And we're in max continuous thrust, so we're not harming the airplane at all. Everything is totally fine. You can do this in real life as well. We're in MCT. I'm just giving us a little extra boost. Look at that. We're at 15,000. We still got 3 miles to go.
Actually, right. Stand by.
I'm going to go ahead and bring us back to our main thrust climb.
Climb maintain 10,000.
And I'm going to go ahead and remanage the climb profile.
Go to 10,000. Flight having 3
But there we go. And we made Seagull. But that's one of those gotchas. Like if you're not ready for that, if they give you when ATC starts changing the restrictions on the star, or the SID, like instead of an at or above, they make you cross it at 13. You got to be careful for that next fix, just to because your FMS or your McDo, whatever airplane you're in, it may not be ready to do that step climb in that short amount of time. But we're good to go. We're at a 17. 2027. You have a good one, United 533. Center, good evening, United 533. We're 17-3, climbing flight level 230.
United 533, Salt Lake City Center, other climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, United 533. You still need the speed at 230 knots?
United 533, negative, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, United 533, thank you, sir. All right, there's 18,000, set standard. STDs across the board, 1, 2, 3. We're at a 10. I could have turned these off a long time ago. Ding the flight attendants, but we're only doing 230. That's why I didn't catch it, because at 250, you've got those landing lights out. You got all those lights out there. It is pretty loud. At 230, not so much.
Delta 2257, contact Salt Lake City, approach 128.
I'm going to go ahead and turn everything down here a little bit so I can hear myself think. Turn down that, turn down that. We don't need to be inside anymore, right? We're 18 climbing. I'm going to set, I know we're at a 99 cost index. What the heck? How's our fuel looking? 3.5, that should be enough. Famous last words. Let's turn down the external volume to like 10% because it's going to be loud, I know that. Then we'll hop outside. Find ourselves a good little view to just park it. And we can hang it out now.
Giant 165.
Beautiful.
Turn
Golden State says, what livery are you going to first fly with the A300 passenger?
260.
Well, that's a no-brainer. Who knows what's the first livery I'm going to fly with the A300 passenger? Free drink to the first person that gets that question correct. What is the livery I'm going to first fly with the A300 PAX variant? Could you climb this rate in a 321? Cade, if you're light, not a heavy one, you can 4,000 plus feet a minute in a 321 is doable. It would all depend on your weight and, of course, the outside environmentals. Time to catch a XP. There you go, Christian. Yeah, I was tempted to dial select speed back and climb up a little faster, but no, I'm just going to let it. We're going to be climbing halfway to Seattle because we're going to be doing 340 the whole way.
1096. I'm going to have a handoff here for you shortly.
How do you remove the pre-selected speed now that you can resume normal speed? So the same way. How do you remove pre-selected speed? All you got to do, Jeremy, is manage your speed on the FCU. Just have to push it forward. Jeremy Harvey, you got it right. First one, Pan Am. Free drinks to Jeremy Harvey. You got it, man. Pan Am. US Air. That'll probably be the second one, Food Bar. But definitely Pan Am, man. It might be Pan Am for a long time in that 300 passenger variant. Team Vodka, T-Way, TWA. Probably do a TWA for sure. Definitely Pan Am. Definitely TWA. Alitalia, Shaquille O'Neal. Definitely. Classic Silver American. I think we might have to do that just for, the nostalgia, the classic silver American. Ryanair. No, won't be flying any Ryanairs. Ruben says, amazing stream, V1. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the subscribers there as well. Who is that? MD?
Contact Seattle Center 128.45.
Air France. Al says, V1 XP is the reason you got 230. I know. That's exactly what it is, Al. Did XP not get 230 on the climb out? Did he not get 230 on the climb out?
Okay, affirmative. Turn right heading 340 vector.
So something funky is happening with my alerts here.
FedEx 379 to Mach number.
Huh. Let's go in my alert box there.
Said Mach .84.
I couldn't see who that last sub was, but appreciate you. Chris Scott says, have you heard that the 737 MAX... Yes, it's actually already flying, man. It's already flying. I've seen American had a 73 MAX flight into Miami already.
Mach .78 and best Mach like .8.
Delta 1096, maintain Mach .8.
Mach
So I think XP might be leading the pack, though. XP definitely might be leading the pack.
Cargo X8762, Salt Lake City Center, Roger. Salt Lake Center, good evening. EDM 524, my golf flight level 300 with a request.
Alright, how are we doing? Let me pull out my other iPad here. But yeah, once we get up to cruise, we're going to do some Airbus system studying for sure. Flash says you can't wait to fly the TWA livery. Hey, TWA is a great airline too, man. Was a great airline. T-Way guys, everybody that I've met that flew for TWA is just a rock star.
November 524, Mike Golf.
China Airlines old livery. That would make my dad proud. A319 was his favorite. Awesome, man. I'm trying to think of the old China livery. Pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
That's Bravo Kilo Echo, and then for now, just maintain your direct to Seattle because I got to get you new clearance.
Cap, did you see the ATC vid on the 777F stalling on initial climb from JFK last week? PM only. No, Cade, I did not see that, man. I have to put a link in the Discord or something. I'll have to. I've not seen that. If you had the option to fly the Airbus with a yoke, would you do it? No.
140 with you at 14800, climbing to flight level 230, Mach 62.
XP always has a Congo lane. Yep, he sure does, man. What was the registration on the American 73 MAX? I'd have to look it up. I don't remember, man.
Delta 2140, sir.
Delta 2140, Salt Lake City Center, hello. Climb and maintain flight level 380.
I'd have to check it out.
Climb maintain 380, Delta 2140.
Oops. Let's go back inside here. Oh yeah, a little Forkboy Ortho climbing out. Let's see, how about this wing view? Oh yeah, there's the shot right there. Tell you what, FS 2020 looks so good, but Xp11 still has a place in the simulator world. I think it's just the lighting, honestly. The lighting, which I heard is what they might be changing in the X-Plane 12, or by the time they get the X-Plane 12, but you know, you just look at the way things are lit. It's not terrible, but FS 2020 has it nailed for the lighting faction. I thought the first flight was supposed to be in late December. I think it might have been a crew only. Maybe it was a crew only. Let me see if I can find the information, man. Let me see if I can find it for you. Hold on. I'm not even 100% sure that I'm not lying to you. It was sent to me by one of my buddies. Sent it to me. Said, "Hey man, they're doing." I thought he said they're doing a crew shuttle to Miami in the 73 MAX. It was only employees. Let me look it up for you. Verify, so I'm not spitting out fake news here. They lost 300 feet after the recovery.
What's your altitude?
Wow, man, that's crazy, dude. They 777 was it just they just weren't paying attention, or like, man, that's some scary stuff, man.
American 305, squawk 6007.
I'm trying to find that 73 MAX. Yeah, 73 MAX, American 9829. Yesterday, dude. I don't know the registration on it. Let me see. Passengers on. No, they're just flying then from different cities. First passenger flight will be December 29th.
Delta 1096, contact Seattle Center 128.45.
Back and forth, empty or crew.
128.45.
So yeah. So there you go. It wasn't a crew. I'm sorry. It wasn't a passenger flight. But it was American 9829.
And Center Alaska 1804 to see the 2 minutes from the cockpit.
What did he say?
Alaska 1804 approved. Call me back.
Oh, he's going to take a break from the cockpit. That's
Call
unacceptable.
me back when we get back. Alaska 1804.
Actually, I might have to take a break here and get another drink by the time we hit cruise. Reshade certainly helps the graphics. Yep. Andy says my VATSIM map has you 55 knots faster than XP. Go get him, viewer. I'm going, man. And we have a full load of passengers. Does he have a full load of passengers? Probably not. But he is in a bigger airplane. So. Yeah, we're going to try, man. We're going to get slowed by ATC, I'm sure. ATP Flight School USA says IE engine. Yes, sir. Gotta love the IEs, man. I want to change the camera view, but this view right here is almost perfect. I don't think we need to change it. It seems like that 777 went flaps clean too soon. Oh. Maybe they skipped a step. He said probably meant to go flaps 1. That's a big mistake, but I could see where that would be a situation.
Contact Seattle Center on 128.45.
Matthew Flippin says the American 73 MAX for passengers begins on December 29th. A total of 5 employee flights before then. There you go. You're on the one in Miami on Tuesday? Awesome, dude. Here's the thing. The MAX is safe. You know, now. It's safe now. Was it safe before? That depends on who you ask. But should have Boeing done what they did? No. No, they shouldn't. They cut corner for sure. But now the airplane, I mean, it's probably, realistically, it's probably one of the safest planes that you're going to fly on now because it's gone through so much to get back in the sky. It's probably one of the safer planes you can get on. What's the McDo say for arrival? Let's check it out. I was just enjoying that view. Look at this. We're 340. Look at this. 300 knots. We're doing 7.9 Mach at a 31,000 feet. Still climbing 1,000 feet a minute. I think that's XP up there. We're looking at 033 Zulu arrival. 033. Seems pretty smooth. We'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off here. Go ahead and make a PA here. I got to practice my PAs for going back to work, of course. Folks on the flight deck, go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off for you. Climbing at 31,000 feet on our way up to our final cruise altitude of 36,000 feet. Right now we're expecting an on-time arrival of 33 minutes past the hour. Just about 500 miles to go. We do ask that when you are seated, keep your seatbelt fastened just in case we run into some unexpected bumps. We'll update you on our time of arrival and the weather as we get a little bit closer to our destination. Thank you for flying United Airlines.
Alaska 1804, roger.
Uh-oh. I think we have an intruder in the cockpit. What are you doing? What are you doing?
American 981.
I had to put a little doggy gate around my simulator setup to keep her from coming in here and pulling cords out the back of the PC. There we go. We'll go a little backside shot. Ooh, look at that. I got the dirty wing textures as well. I definitely tore it up. Watching you and XP is crazy cool, Drew Stone. Yeah, man. I think it's fun, too. I like to go back, so I'll go back and then I'll watch XP stream. It's just cool to see it from a different, different perspective. Where are the clouds? I see clouds on XP stream. He's probably running active sky. So when I turn on active sky, I was losing frames like crazy. I don't know what was going on. But we are running with real weather. We should be. I think he has fake weather. See, everything is sunny on an Airbus. In the Boeing, you got clouds and gray and rainy. Jeremy Harvey says, I'd like to make a V1 album and include all the themes and some extra music about the channel and make it a free for members. I wonder how do we do that? Jeremy, we'll have to figure, that sounds like a good idea, man. Well, if that's something you really want to take on, we'll definitely have to check it out. No Forkboy on that side. We'll go back to that. That would be pretty cool to have a little V1 album, because the music you've made, man, almost every stream when we start a stream, people are like, man, this music's awesome. Really awesome stuff. That'd be something we should try to work out, man. Jackson Aviation, did you hear that Boeing is quietly dropping the MAX and doing the 8, 9, 10? I have not. I did not hear that. The AA MAX registration was November 308 Romeo Delta. Really? Flash says he'd fly on the MAX. I'd fly on the MAX, man. Team Vodka, you doing 8-7 at 37? I'm also officially drunk. Team Vodka, what airplane are you in, my friend? You in a 7-2? I should take a Concorde on the next FNO, just to see how these controllers would handle it, because I don't know how many Salt Lake City VATSIM controllers have dealt with a Concorde arrival. Probably not many. I know in Europe it's pretty common. JFK, I see guys flying Concordes, but I don't know about Seattle, man. That'd be pretty funny. Or like just some random, when they have a random FNO in like New Orleans or Tulsa, Oklahoma, we'll take a Concorde in there. That'd be kind of fun to do.
1906.
Nicely done at the PA. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Curtis is with you. It's honestly harder to do PAs on stream with the radio in the background, because in real life I turn that radio off so I can think about what I'm going to say. It's hard to do it with them talking in the background. Do I run Volca? No, I don't run Volca, man. XP probably gave himself a tailwind.
Delta 1690.
Somebody's got to find out what XP's arrival says on his FMC. What's his estimated time of arrival?
Climbing into flight level 340 at Desert 1690.
Kate Foster says, Captain, you love your Airbus as much as Flight Deck to Sim loves his Boeings. You got it, man. I think it's funny, too, or I guess it's ironic that I'm an American and I like the European airplane, and he's a European who likes the American-made airplane. But, you know, I'm sure if I was on a Boeing, I'd be the same. You know, I'd be like, oh, Boeing's the best.
Contact Seattle Center 128.
Well, we're all a little partial to our own birds, for sure. Antoine Higgins, he says, hey, from XP's Live. Awesome, man. Was that for us? I heard a radio call.
Sorry, was that for Southwest 756?
Affirmative, sorry.
Oh, okay, it's for Southwest.
56,
Seattle just went into a ground stop. Don't tell me that, dude. We'll probably have to just peace out and go to Portland. Third direct Fubars. Is Fubar an intersection? I see your name every time, dude. I'm like, man, I want to figure out where that... Fubar's got to be an intersection, right? I feel like I've seen that. I'm going to look it up on SkyVector. Anyways, he says, I'd fly on the MAX if I could, be in the jump seat and ready to pull the plug on the MCAS. Well, you know they've done nothing. Those crews have probably done almost nothing else than train for, that rudder trim run, that trim runaway, and I'm sure they've got it pounded down pat now. All right, so we're leveling 360. Yeah, we're just gonna go selective speed. We're gonna dial in 8.2. We're in smooth air. We're gonna dial that sucker in. I don't think it won't go 8.2. It'll try to do 8.1. Seatbelt sign is off. Let's go ahead and take a look at our systems here. What do we got? Engine, everything looks good. Packs are looking good. Pressurization looks good. Electrical's good. Hydraulics are over-serviced. If they were above the green fill line at cruise altitude with the gear up, that's it means you got a lot of fluid in there, because typically that green system,
I'll pocket 875.
when you have the gear up at cruise altitude, you'll see the pressure's actually a little bit out of the green sometimes, not uncommon. Very rare to see them all that high. 1900 to 2, so we've got about 100 kilos.
Mach 0.81 for now. I'm sorry, Mach 0.80.
Temperatures are good. Everything else looks good. Flight controls are good. Status is good. All right, everything looks good there. 8.1. Oh my gosh, we are on the red line right now. We are on the red line. Let's do a flyby on this red line. We got a little default scenery here as we go over Idaho. I don't have an Idaho tile, unfortunately. but we will be in ORBX HD when we get back. So until then, let's park ourselves on the jump seat. We never really do jump seat view all that much. This is kind of a cool shot. This is where you'd be sitting. DJ Thomas, thank you for the awesome flight, brother. V1 DJ, thank you, man. Uh-oh, I just hit my yoke, and I disengaged the other part. Nope, okay. He says, thanks for the awesome flight, brother. V1 DJ Thomas, thank you, man, for your support on the channel. Thank you for that donation, dude. Very much appreciated. Since I got my chat box in a new location here, positive rates in chat. Awesome, man. Yeah, I stole my wife's monitor, so I have a bigger monitor, so I moved the chat box over so I can see it a little bit better here. Thoughts on the A380 V1? Hey, I think it's an incredible feat of engineering. Personally, I think it's ugly. I think it would be interesting as all hell to be typed on it and know the amount of just, I don't know, I think it'd be fun to take off and land in it, just be like, this is a freaking house. Or, I mean, bigger than a house. But personally, I'm not, like, it doesn't make me super excited, but I think it is an incredible feat of engineering. Who will come out with a drunk passenger mod? Oh, man. My app is now estimating you beating XP by 4 minutes. You're still faster in catching them. There we go. Airbus power, man. Yes, we are in real weather, but it's X-Plane's version of real weather. Do I have the 737 MAX on Xp11?
Donation.
If you do, would you fly the American livery Dallas, Miami? Like, of course, man. I probably would. Alim Ahmed, thank you so much, dude, for the $2 donation. He says, congrats on surpassing 16K. Looking forward to learning more, watching from the left seat of the rotate. Alim, thank you so much, man. Appreciate your donation. Positive rates. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Watching from the seat of the rotate. That is fantastic, dude. I love. See, there's so many. You guys bring up that the rotate, the flight factory, there's so many good airplanes at Xp11 still that I tend to forget about when I get all these fancy new toys, right? We got it, Microsoft 2020, we've got P3D now with the FS Labs, but there's still so many good airplanes on Xp11. Man, I missed that rotate. Golden State says, I had some terrible luck. I was going to fly to London on the British Airways 380 and a 747 on the way back in April, both now facing excitation. Extinction? Yeah, no, I know what you mean though, but dude, that's tough. That is some bad luck for sure, man.
Cool thing.
That's unfortunate. Who knows, man? Maybe stuff will turn around. Vaccines around the corner, but I mean, this whole COVID thing has really done some damage to aviation as a whole. Swag boys, what airline do I fly for? I don't answer that question. And Roderick Saunders says, butt ugly. How's the V1 sound coming along for the fly-by-wire? Pretty good, man. I got a couple of recordings done. I'm almost done. I'll probably try to finish it this weekend and then send it over to them. But it's a lot harder than you think to find quiet time in the V1 household here. Between the dogs and the child. Man. Kevin, does your home setup have a tray table? No, dude, I wish. I've got this honeycomb yoke in front of me, and it makes me feel claustrophobic just because this yoke in my lap. Not used to that, man. Anybody who, even, I don't care if you're a Boeing pilot your whole life, you sit in an Airbus cockpit, they're going to be like, wow, this is a lot of room up here. Alright, I want to do a couple questions for you guys so we can learn a little something here.
Salt Lake Center, Delta 152 with you. Flight level 340, good evening. Delta 152, Salt Lake City Center.
So,
Salt Lake Center, South Country 15, 51, 340.
let's go ahead and look at the overhead.
51, Salt Lake City Center.
Oops. Have you ever flown a 747 in real life? Yeah, man, a couple times. We'll go ahead and turn the cockpit down. So I got a JipWiz question for you guys here. I'm going to zoom into the panel. Look at our JipWiz, ground proximity warning system. Now, those that have watched my JipWiz system panel on the Airbus cockpit, everything explained, which I got to do more of those videos where I explain all the switches. You might have the answer to this. But my question is, and this is off my study guide that I'm preparing for going back to work, what effect, if any, does an amber fault light in the terrain system push button have on the rest of the JipWiz? So if I have a fault light here in this button, Does that mean all my GPWiz is faulted? You guys know the answer to that? And we'll talk a little bit about GPWiz, but yeah, terrain fault light. What is a terrain fault light? Someone said with you. V1, the closest thing to Fubar Waypoint is Fubar in Maryland. Okay, maybe that's what I've seen it, man. ASA 523 with you, 360. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whoever's Alaska 523, man. With yous. He just said with you. Let's just spam. Let's just get out of our system. Everybody who's a member, I need you to just spam the with you emoji. Just like once, you know, just get some with you emojis. Every member put the freaking with you emoji out there so we can just get out of our system. With you, with you, with you, with you. Team Vodka is the first one that I saw. Says no warning for terrain only. There you go. Carter says just terrain warnings affected. I have no idea, but I'm going to guess you lose terrain warnings. You would just lose terrain height info. Self-destruct system is prime V1.
New Zealand 361, contact Seattle Center 124.2.
So the answer is you guys are pretty much correct. So looking at the terrain, so this is actually this is two different systems here. We have our GPWiz and we have the terrain. Now the terrain function is part of the GPWiz, but it's technically part of the eGPWiz or the enhanced EGPWS. That's right, I know there's a little bit of delay in chat, but I'm seeing all the with yous coming through the chat right now. This is pretty hilarious. That's pretty funny. But Mickey says, I guess not. If I want to turn off, I have to turn system and terrain. Right, so in this aircraft, the terrain mode is basically a 3D database of everywhere that you're going to be flying, whatever's loaded in the McDo, whatever your airline has set up. And the terrain version, if this is inhibited or you lose terrain mode, you still have your other GPWiz functions. You still have too low gear, too low flap. You still have all that, but you lose that 3D terrain of the terrain ahead. So interesting to know that this fault light is actually on during the cold and dark start because the INS is not aligned, right? So if the INS is not aligned, the aircraft does not know where it is. Therefore, it cannot predict where you are in the terrain, in the preloaded terrain data, right? So if you don't know where you are, you're going to have a fault light up here in the terrain, and also if it fails, you're going to get a fault light. But yeah, it's a completely separate system, separate part of the GPWiz. So you have your GPWiz, and then you have the eGPWiz, and the terrain function is part of that enhanced GPWiz. So I mean, I could turn terrain mode off, and I've still got all my regular GPWiz warnings. So, and it's not a terrible, you know, it's not a really bad fault or anything. But yeah, that's the terrain warnings. Good stuff, good stuff. That was freaking hilarious, though, seeing all those with yous in chat. What is with you, Walking Dog? Basically, it's the most cringeworthy thing that you can say over the radio in real life is with you. And it's a pet peeve of mine, but it happens. Pilots do it even in real life. But I'm trying, you know, my goal is not to take over the world. It's to convince every pilot not to say with you on VATSIM. That's my new goal in life. But yeah, so when everybody says with you, it just spams the chat. That was pretty funny. All right. Is it wind shear amber light and GPWiz? No. Flying Guitar Sam says, woohoo, we need to get some sort of type rating for our knowledge we learned from you. There you go, man. All right, let me go ahead and look through here. Let me pull up another question here. Let's take a little electrics here. Ooh, okay. So, and this is a good question because I saw somebody post this in the Discord. They posted a picture of an Airbus, they were flying the FS Labs, with the ram air turbine deployed. So, the ram air turbine, you can deploy it here, and you can deploy it here. But don't want you guys to cheat, so I'm going to go back outside. Now, my question for you is, what hydraulic system does the ram air turbine pressurize? What hydraulic system does the ram air turbine pressurize? That's my second question for you. Golden State says virtual type rating. There you go, man. These are real questions, guys, out of my oral exam study guide for as I go back to work here, because I'm going to have to go through a lot of the qualification stuff again in January. So these are real life questions. This is right out of the study guide. These are real oral exam questions that I am fully expected to know. Jeremy Harvey says the old original JipWiz without terrain mode had a different voice from the current models. Yes, it did as well. Very, very good, Jeremy. Very good. Carter says, I think XP is going to have some fuel problems. He thinks he's not going to have enough fuel. Oh, man. Has he got a hole in his wing? Sam says we need V1 to be an examiner and give us all type ratings. You got it, man. I'd love to. I keep telling XP he wants to do his flight training. He needs to come to Texas. I'm still a certified flight instructor, man. Come on out. All right, first answer I saw was Cartage Wool. Very quickly was Flash and add J20. But the correct answer is the blue hydraulic system. Yes, Golden State, Azul. Yes, the blue hydraulic system will be pressurized. Now you can see that too. If you come up here, Airbus makes it real easy. Rat man on, and look at this. Points over. What are we going to be pressurizing? Blue hydraulics. The rat itself does blue. Now you could get some other hydraulic system pressurized as well, but that's for another discussion. But yes, rat man on directly relates to the blue hydraulic push button. The super chat, I be a bangin'. Thank you, dude, for the £5 donation. Very much appreciated. He says, how do you find it flying on instruments V1? I fly Boeing and play tuba. Okay, so I was reading that, and like right when I got flying on instruments, I was like, okay, maybe he didn't know, because you never know. But then I read the rest of your question. Hats off to you, I be bangin'. I play the tuba, so it's an issue. You got it, my friend. Good old airplane. Awesome movie, awesome reference. Thank you so much for your support on the channel, man. You got me there. You got me, because my brain was running once I read that first part of your question. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to the reference, but then I saw the rest of it. Awesome stuff. Good stuff, man.
Cargolux 8762 contact.
Carter Jewel says, I remember because of looking at the eCam and it shows the rat on it. Yes, another awesome let's see here. Pull up hydraulics. We're looking at our eCam. There you go. So here's your hydraulics on the eCam. Again, Airbus makes it really easy for you. Rat, right there. Look where it's attached to. Blue hydraulic line. Good stuff. All right. That was a good question. Let's continue on.
At Center, Alaska 1804. I just got invited to Texas for flight training. Did you hear that?
Yes, sir. He sure did.
Alaska 1804, say again.
Never mind, Alaska 804. Open mic.
He sure did, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man. I've been off for, I got the rest of December off. He's got to come out, man. We'll do some flying. Looks like we're finally getting back to some ORBX scenery here, too, which is awesome. Look at that red glow on the mountains. Now, it's going to happen. At some point, that's kind of one of my things. It's like, I want to get back to the line. I'm going to do some flying. And I would love to do some type of meetup someday with XP and either have him on my airplane or take him flying or something. I think it'd be great, man. But it'd be great to meet all you guys. Last year before COVID, I mean, it was we had the Flight Sim Expo. Got an invite to that, but then the whole COVID thing. So we'll have to have a meetup at some point. But yeah, XP, man, I keep my flight instructor certificate. I keep it current, but I'm not training anybody.
Up to 2180, contact Los
All right.
Angeles Center 125.
Let's look at flight controls. How is, okay, here's a question, and I'm not even going to go into the cockpit because it'll be cheating. Oh, there's no, okay, here we go. So how is alternate law depicted? What is the easiest way to see alternate law in your cockpit? So, you know, we're flying fly-by-wire. We're in normal law. We operate normal law. But if something happens, you get a failure where you have reverted to alternate law in the Airbus. What is a symbol on the PFD that you're in alternate law? Do I actually play a musical instrument? I played the trumpet, Jeremy. I actually played the trumpet and a little bit of guitar back in the day. But like in grade school, I played the trumpet. I tried to play the guitar. I didn't really have the time for it, and I kind of, you know, I could play a few things, but not very good at all. But I mean, music. I love music, man. And I know you love music too, Jeremy. That's your passion. So, but for sure, man. I tried to cheat by pulling up the hydraulic but failed misery because fly-by-wire doesn't have it. Romulus, that might be the comment of the stream right there. Romulus actually tried to cheat during our quiz, and but his airplane doesn't have it modeled. That is funny, man. That's hilarious, dude. Al says, V1 tell XP bring cash. There you go. Rodriguez says, you can count me in. I work for airlines as well. There you go, man.
FedEx 3 Heavy, Salt Lake City Center, roger.
Flying Guitar Sam is the first that I see with the answer, and it is correct. The amber X's on the PFD.
70 vectors for sequence.
That is correct.
Turn left to 70.
So, PFD. So right here, we've got the green equal signs. If you are in alternate law,
Alaska 18.
you will see amber X's there. I feel like we're going to get a speed restriction.
United 533, turn left, heading...
What?
Turn left, heading 270 vectors for sequence.
All right, left turn heading 270, United 533. We can take an altitude change if it helps you out.
Negative. You're currently stacked with another aircraft 2,000 feet below you, and they don't want any stacks going to their sector, so I got to split you guys up.
And not a problem. What was that heading again? I'm sorry, was it 270?
Just make it 30 degrees to the left, please.
All right, 30 left for United 533.
Thanks.
So I tried to be all cheeky there. That's one thing you do on go home day is if they ask, you know you're getting a vector, you know it's for spacing. But if I say, hey, I can take an altitude change and either go past the guy or, you know, whatnot, sometimes you'll get it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here. But, man, look at that shot there. Let's come back out on this side. No, that side's definitely not as good yet. Let's go back over here. Yep, amber on the horizon. Mickey Holmberg says, do you drop frames with the A300 on VATSIM? I get 60 to 74 taxi and mid-20s below when taxiing. Mickey, I haven't noticed it. I'll have to check it out next time we fly it. I haven't if I do, I haven't noticed it significantly. So, but I'll keep that in mind next time just to see. Maybe there's something leaking or something, like a like a memory leak or something. But no, that wouldn't be for just taxiing. I don't know what that would be. That's XP below you, 2,000 feet. Is he? Let's see if we can see him. Let me turn labels on. Where are we at here? What am I looking for? X pilot. Toggle aircraft labels. I don't see him. How far do labels come into range? I don't see any labels. But that's a pretty cool shot outside. We'll just go ahead and sit outside for a little bit, yeah? How about that shot? I know it's got it'll crisp up here when I stop slewing the camera around. XP is laughing because I got busted. Oh.
Delta 152, turn left, heading...
Are we passing him, though?
Turn left, heading 260 vectors.
He's doing a PA about me. No.
Turn left, heading 260, Delta 152.
He's to my left.
1551, turn left, heading 260 vectors for sequence.
Where is he?
260, 1551.
United 220, turn left, heading 260 vectors for sequence.
Oh, man, I wish we could see him right now. Well, he's off our left.
I didn't get anything through the mic if you transmitted.
We'll look out our left window here.
Alaska 1336, turn left,
Oh.
260.
Nope, that's just a dead pixel on my monitor. Never mind.
That's could be that heading for 1336.
He can see me.
260, and we are
To my left. I'm looking. To my left and below. I can't see him, man. Wait. Nope, that's a lake. Let me check the... Oh, did not mean to check the map. Let me check the TCAS. He should be to my right. Are you guys sure he's to my left? I see somebody on the TCAS to my right. I don't see him. Tell me this, though. Are we passing him, though? Oh,
Delta
man.
2140, turn right, heading 010.
Everyone's getting vectored.
Turn right heading 010, Delta 21.
He's off my right. Okay, so we'll probably see him off this side. If he's on my right, lower. We'll keep an eye out. Does Vulcan not work with the Toliss for you? I don't know if it's the Toliss, but Vulcan just doesn't work. I mean, it does work, but I was having issues, man. It wasn't as stable as I wanted it to be. So I reverted off of Vulcan for now. I'm just running regular non-Vulcan. I don't know why we can't see him. Right? I saw the chat. There's like a 30-second delay, guys. He's off my right. Spotting in DCS right. That's him. Nope. Just dude. I can't tell you how many times in DCS that I chased a dead pixel or a speck on my screen.
220 negative.
But are we in front of him though?
You guys right now, stand by.
He's in stealth mode. He's below me and to the right. But are we in front of him? Did we pass him? Alright, I'm gonna look off the right wing here. I'm looking for you, XP.
American 238, contact Seattle
He's in
Center
stealth mode.
128.45.
That Boeing is stealth mode, man. 4 or 5 o'clock. The delay is the worst. Oh no. Oh, 4 or 5 o'clock. So then we did pass him? Then he'd probably be back there, right?
United 533, turn left heading 260.
What? Alright, left turn 260, United 533. What? Are they trying to put him in front of me? They must be trying to put him in front of me. I can see him on the TCAS.
Alaska 1804, same Mach number.
That's him over there.
We're doing a Mach 0.82 right now.
What?
Copy.
Boeings can't go that fast. He's doing 8.2, so now I'm going to get vectored all the way to San Diego because he's paralleling me at 8.2. That's cruel, man. That's cruel. He's way off to your right according to the map. Yeah, to the map, he's still on that airway. So, like, I mean, shoot, I'm not going to be able to see him. Hell, he's almost over, what is this?
Alaska 1804, contact Seattle Center 124.
Baker City.
128.45.
You want to do something cool? Let's check this out. So he's about to go over Baker City, right? Let's go here. Fix info. BKE. I'll get you a little triangulation situation. BKE. 28 miles. Yeah, guys, come on. I'm not going to see him at 28 miles. You kidding me? We're 28 miles from BKE, and he is just about to pass it. So you can figure all that slant range. Well, this would be slant range. It'd be GPS, but
turn left direct to Pendleton.
he's 28 miles. Look at this vector.
Turn left direct, Paddington.
Dude, they're gonna vector. They're gonna vector me like.
1240, check your altimeter. Verify.
They're literally gonna vector me to San Diego.
Flight level 376.
They're literally gonna vector me to San
Local,
Diego.
Delta 740.
United 533, turn right heading 010.
Right turn 010, United 533.
And I apologize for all the spins. I'm just trying to get some space between you and the jet in front of you.
Not a problem, United 533.
And say your Mach number, United 533.
We're doing 8.2 over United 533.
United 533, maintain Mach 0.79er.
Oh! All right, we'll pull back to 79 United 533. What? What? All right, well, I hope he runs out of gas then. How's that? How's that fuel burn at 8.2 Mach in that Boeing, Mr. XP72? That's awesome.
2140, no delay in the turn direct to Pendleton, please.
That's awesome.
I'm doing that.
He's cloaked and is under 6. Oh man, he's got a ground speed of 435. Good evening from Europe. I hope you're doing well. And as a recommendation, I was trying to recommend the BSS-IE sounds. Yes, I installed. So I guess I installed the base pack, and then I just forgot to put the IE pack because I do have the IE pack.
Mach 186.
United 220, Roger. Maintain Mach 179er.
He's slowing everybody down but XP. Oh. Golden State says V1's going to have to put down an SFO. Hey,
Alaska
we
1804.
have a cameo here. Hold on. Yeah, would you mind? No, appreciate you. Thank you. Look at that. See, I don't even have to leave the seat here. I got flight attendant coming in, prepping another cocktail here. Going full-blown Denzel
United
Washington.
533, you're going to .79, correct?
That's affirmative, sir. We're flying 79 Mach right now. There must be a wind difference here.
United 533, maintain Mach 0.78. Not sure why that traffic in front of you is so slow.
Oh, roger that. We'll pull back to 78 Mach and just confirm we are still in the turn to 010 for United 533.
Hey, affirmative. I'm going to get you a turn here direct to Pendleton shortly. Just trying to build a little bit more separation.
Not a problem. I see that traffic there on TCAS for United 533. Thank you. So there might be a wind discrepancy. I'm going to just check real quick here. That would be, yeah, real world conditions. So we have real world weather in, but I'm sure, I can imagine he might have a wind situation different. Because we should have a headwind here. We should have a headwind. So that's probably what it is. That would be my guess. Oh, there's XP. That's got to be XP up there.
United 533, turn left direct to Pendleton.
Go to Unicom. Let's see. Can we do 2 radios in this bad boy here? Probably if you turn it on, huh?
United 533, turn left direct to Pendleton.
Left turn direct Pendleton, United 533. Alright, we'll go to Unicom. Let's see. Direct Pendleton. Insert that. We are navin. That looks good. Almost took my microphone out. Com 2, 122.8. Let's see if he hears me. AXP, you up on Unicom?
November 524 Mike Golf, contact Seattle Center on 128.45. 2845 for Mike Golf, take care.
I see my TX2 light is transmitting, so that's good. So I'm on Com 2. I don't think talking over ATC. Thank you for the subscribe there, Belace Anthus. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, he's a 58 knot headwind. He also said his fuel burn is terrible. I don't know what I'm burning in pounds, and I'm burning 1,000 kilos an hour, which sounds like a lot of pounds. All right, so he's just off our 20 miles there, 1 o'clock. He'd still be pretty hard pressed.
1336, sorry to
See
do
the
this to you, but turn left heading 240.
I wish that, is this controller watching any of the streams? I mean, if you're watching the stream, I think you could put that Alaska in the hold and it would really clear things up.
Going to center of calendar as a 1580 on the ground in Boise, like 55 RTO.
Alright, let's go ahead. We should probably start thinking about Seattle. What do we got distance-wise? 245.
Alaska 1804.
Aircraft on the ground at Boise on standby.
Hey, I got you loud and clear on Com 2, man. How me?
Loud and clear, 5x5, man. How you doing? I heard you want me down by Texas for flight training.
You got it, man. And what am I keeping this certificate current for?
Delta 2140, same Mach number and your best.
No stall training, okay? No stall training.
Yeah, you and me both. I think it'd be a good idea if we just skip that one.
Delta 2140, maintain Mach 28.1.
By the way, I have to go to the fuel, man. I have
maintain 28.1, Delta 1240.
What's your fuel burn right now on that sucker?
fuel burn right now is 2.5 on the fuel flow.
Is that, that's gotta be, is that pounds?
Yeah, I'm running pounds.
Oh man, see, I don't know. I'm running 1,000 kilos aside. I don't know what that really translates to pounds, but I think that's not very efficient.
533.
No, man, this is a big bird. It's a 900, okay? It's
Go ahead for United 533.
United 533, contact Seattle Center on 128.45.
2845 United
For the long range
533. See
cruise,
it.
we're good to go.
You got it, man. Looks like I'm going to be slotted in behind you all the way in there.
Roger, I hear, man. We got 144 arrivals scheduled for Seattle, so yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've got about just minimum IFR reserve, so this might be interesting.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Trouble. Boeing
Alaska
field,
351,
Airbus,
turn
good.
left 30 degrees. Left 30 degrees, Alaska 351.
2845. I call him. That's where you get in trouble. We start talking on two radios.
Alaska 1804 signing out. Going back to the regular frequency. Thanks, man. Talk to you later. Good flight, good stream.
Heck yeah, man. We'll talk to you later. Hey, Seattle, good evening. United 533. We're level 360, direct Pendleton.
United 533, Seattle Center. And Seattle Center, Alaska 1804 with you.
What? Oh my gosh. XP just said with you on frequency. With you on frequency? I need a with yous in chat. We need another with you spam. We need another with you spam. Unreal. Unbelievable. XP just said with you. He probably did it on purpose. Oh my goodness. That's too funny. So he's burning 2,800. 1,000 kilos is 2,200 pounds. Okay, so we're actually doing better than him. Fuel burn, right? Request divert to Portland. Hotshot says, hey, V1, do you stream a Microsoft 2023 stream flight being released a Toliss for this? And it's amazing. You know, I haven't been to Toliss in ages, man. But we will probably be back in the FS 2020 here pretty soon, and we'll definitely be back in that fly-by-wire mod. For sure, man, for sure. What is this? Right tank, pump one off. Right fuel tank, low pressure. What? Clear the caution. Right tank, pump one off. Right tank, pump one off.
26.6.
Clear status. Right tank, pump one is off. Okay. Is it still faulted? Yeah, it's actually out. Okay, so we got a right fuel tank, one fault. Let's do this real world procedure here. Calm. Let's go to our emergency abnormals. Good old Toliss, man. This is what I love about Toliss right
Good evening, Seattle Center, Delta 140.
Their flight time factor for failure is awesome. It's the next best thing to totally random is setting your own, because it is random. It's totally random. You set your own factor. It's one of the best. It's awesome. I love the Toliss for this reason. Let's look it up here. Let's do it abnormal. Fuel. What was it? Flight tank pump. Let's see. Fuel right outer inner. Oh, what was the frickin' ECAM? I gotta recall it here. I forget what it was. Let's recall the fault. Fuel right. That's just me recalling it. Fuel right tank pump 1 low pressure. Fuel right tank pump 1-2 low pressure. Page 450. Here we go. Applicable through these tail numbers, which you guys don't need to worry about. Tank pump affected. Off. Aircraft altitude must be limited to 35,000 feet if a single fuel pump feeds both engine with Jet B JP4. Man, I don't know. We're gonna have to request 350. With hot Jet B JP4 fuel temp above 30 C. What are our fuel temps? Right now we're looking at am I crazy? Where are the fuel temps on this? Shouldn't we have fuel temp on here? We should have fuel temps on here. Where, am I not? Am I going crazy? I think we got to drop it. I don't know what they filled us with. Wouldn't we be JP5? Seattle Center, United 533.
Alaska 583 down to 16,000 at ready.
Sorry, I might have cut you off there. Were you calling United 533? is... Let's turn that off. We got to start prepping anyway for our arrival. I thought I heard him give us a clearance too. 0203, 10 miles, 250. All I care about is the Seattle ATIS, right?
Yeah, Center Delta 923, heavy flight level.
November 3033. So it's not exactly the same. I'm gonna see if I can hear him respond to XP.
Delta 923, Delta
923, flight level 360.
3033, ILS charter approach 16 right in use. Primary 16 central.
Delta 2140, verify your direct tunnel.
Look up.
If I'm directing to,
Thank you for subscribe there. Appreciate it, Mike. November.
6622.
Alright, I'm doing three things I want to see. I'm going to have to look away from the chat for a minute. We're going to look at our arrivals. We're on the chins for landing south 16s. Let's also pull up the 10-9 page, or the 20-9.
Delta 115, Seattle Center, same Mach number.
Let's see.
152.
Visual approach 16 left, 16 right in use. We'll probably get 16. Will we get 16 left? I don't know.
0.811.
Just so we don't have to change it 3 times, I'm not going to change it from 16 center. I'm going to wait till we get an assignment. Then we have to look at the chins for. And Seattle Center United 533.
And 533, go ahead.
Hey, we got a minor fuel tank problem here. We're going to need a lower altitude. We need to be below 350. Any chance we can step down?
Seattle Center, FedEx 3034, 12360.
FedEx 3034, Seattle Center, right. United 533, descend and maintain 340.
Descend and maintain 340 United 533. Thank you. All right, we're just going to vertical speed it down.
1804, same Mach number.
900 feet a minute. We're still doing 7-8 assign.
Alaska 1804, able to 0.8 to 100 radar.
Yeah. Pick it up, XP. Pick it up, XP. Burn that fuel. Burn that fuel.
Pick up A2, Alaska 1804.
Hey, he's going to be the first one to the hold, so I'm not worried. All right, so there we go. We took care of the problem. We're going down to 35. Everything else looks good. What I'm going to do is... I think we're plenty good. I mean, we just have one tank pump out. Now, we may get an imbalance here.
American 238, descend across Ratty at maintain.
We're going to keep an eye on it. I don't want to try to balance fuel here without a pump because this side is the low side, so I wouldn't want to try to run it with one pump out because we'd have to shut these pumps off. So we're going to let it go a little bit in balance there. Let's continue to fly the airplane here. Let's make sure everything else is set up. Let's get our approach and arrival set up. So I don't know if you guys caught what I was saying about the arrival, but I have 16 center loaded in the box. I know we're going to get 16 left or 16 right. So instead of changing it to 16 left and then them giving us 16 right and having to change the box 3 times, I'm just going to wait till we get a runway assignment. So we just have to keep that in mind, make sure we don't forget and screw that up. Now in real life I'd probably put 16 left there, but I think if you start changing the runways like 3 or 4 times, you have a tendency, there's a possibility that the sim can crash. I'm not saying that it does or it's repeatable, but I've had some issues where I've just been messing around with the box doing tons of testing where I've crashed the sim. So I'm going to stand by on changing the runway, but I'm going to put in the environmentals. Temperature is 11. Wind is 290 at 5. And we're not going to put in the MDA because that would just get wiped out. That's also going to help me remember not to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn the LS push buttons off just until I know exactly what runway we're getting as a reminder. We'll land auto brakes low. We can clear this fuel page out here. We'll put terrain up on my side. Just as we come over, there's some mountains over there. But it's a beautiful evening flight. We are looking good still. And fuel tank pumps off. So that's the end of procedure for the comm. So we're good. All right. We can get back to the chat now. We're doing 7-8 assign. We're 350. We're semi set up for the arrival. let's just verify our fixes. Let's do that as well, because I was changing runways. So we've got, let's see, we're coming in here. There's no restrictions. Chins, here we go. We got a bunch of ratty. Turboprops, that's not us. Turbojets landing to south. Here we go. Cross and maintain at 12,000. United 533, we're doing 78 assigned.
United 533, maintain Mach 0.75 and enable.
Roger that, we're reduced to Mach 7.5, United 533. Thank you for the subscribe, man. Appreciate it. Alright. Here we go. What are we doing here?
American
Landing
238,
south. Cross and maintain at 12,000.
26,
Oh no.
American 238.
Landing south, 270 knots at or above 16,000 at Ratty. So at or above 16, 270 knots. It's in the box. That looks
Delta
good.
989, contact Seattle Center 126.6. Good night.
Continuing on, let me zoom this in here. After Ratty, we have Hump at or below 15,000, which is right there. Auburn, turbojets landing south at 250 knots. Let's make sure that speed restriction, there it is, 250 knots. Cross and maintain at 12,000, hard altitude, it's in the box. Out to Auburn, and then it's a radar vector for a south runway. Right now 16 center is in there, but like I said, we'll probably get 16 left or right. My luck, we'll get 16 right, XP will get 16 left. The icing on the absolute cake would be we get 16 left and XP gets 16 right, and we beat him to the gate. That would be amazing. If anybody's on that sim watching the stream, if you make it happen, free drinks to you. Alright, back to the chat, guys. What is up? Wow. Would this be a diversion in real life? No need for a diversion, man. Not yet, anyway. Everything is good. We'll keep an eye on the fuel. We'll make sure that it is, you know, the Airbus can actually gravity feed too. So you can actually, if you lose both pumps in one tank, or hell, you can turn all your fuel pumps off and you'll still be able to gravity feed the engines. You're just going to be limited on your altitude and your flight maneuvers. So, in fact, when you cross feed or when you transfer fuel, you're not even really transferring fuel. I shouldn't say that word, but there is no fuel transfer in the Airbus, but you can inadvertently transfer gas by turning off the low side pumps and turning on the cross feed valve. What happens is, if the left tank, let me just show you guys straight up here since this is a learning channel. I'm going to pull up the fuel page. Let's look at this. So, in the Airbus, you cannot, by definition, transfer fuel from tank to tank, but you can do it inadvertently. In this situation, we are 100 kilos low here, which is nothing. I wouldn't even do it for that. But let's say we were, you know, a couple thousand pounds out of balance, or maybe you're approaching that limitation on your balance. What you do is you turn off your low side tank pumps. So you would turn off these pumps on the overhead, and you would open the crossfeed valve. And not in that order. You would open the crossfeed valve first, and then turn off the pumps. So what happens is, now that this engine is running, it's still got pressure from the engine jet pumps. Okay, they're Venturi pumps. There's no moving parts. It's just a Venturi effect. So what happens is you have the additional pressure from the pumps on this side going and the crossfeed valve open. That it just happens that you will crossfeed from that tank. It's designed that way. You turn those off, you're now crossfeeding. What happens though with these pumps off, the fuel is going to go to the engine. It's actually going to be too much fuel that it needs. So what happens is it goes to a fuel return line, and then it goes back into this tank. It goes to the on-side tank. So inadvertently, by cross-feeding, you will transfer fuel from tank to tank. It's not a true fuel transfer like you can do in some wide-body aircraft where you can literally just move fuel from this tank to this tank without going through the engines. What's happening is you're taking fuel from this tank, moving it through the aircraft systems. It actually goes through the engine-driven jet pump, goes through the fuel return line because it's too much fuel, and then gets dumped off into the on-side tank. So that is how you move fuel in the Airbus. So you can totally gravity feed the airplane and be safe, but you just have to make sure your flight maneuvers and everything are within limitations and you're not at a too high of an altitude. And there's limitations for all that, depending on what airplane you're in and what kind of fuel you got and all that stuff. But yeah, we should have fuel tanks, fuel tank temp. So somebody said the flight factor had the fuel tank temp model there. Even the 319, it should have fuel tank temp in there. It is an important thing. Team Vodka is back soon. It's a cluster, and I have to land. Team Vodka, cheers, brother. I just got a fresh vodka OJ here. We'll see you on the ground, brother. Thank you for the subscribe there, Delta 836, man. Appreciate it. All right. Omar, what's going on, man? He says, for modern airplanes with a GPS, how does the IRS cooperate with it? Because it's like you're flying GPS, but the plane depends on the IRS. So you actually have what's called a mixed IR signal. and it's the best of both worlds. You get GPS and IR, so it's your mixed position. It's the most accurate position. You can do solely GPS and solely INS, but it's not as accurate as having that mixed signal. It actually gets pretty complex, and you go over it in ground school, and it's one of the things that I just kind of look at. I'm like, wow, that's PFM. So if you don't know what PFM is, just look it up. But Flying Guitar Sam, what's up, man? He says instructors at airlines should show people getting ready to start Airbus training your videos to get a head start. There you go, man. I'm just waiting for the day. I know I got a lot of guys that are in training right now, going through, you know, getting to flight instructor or getting their PPL. I just can't wait for the day that one of you guys is going to an airline and you're going to be on the Airbus. But hey, man, hit me up. Go ahead, United 533.
United 533, cross, ready, enemy team 16,270 knots, Seattle altimeter 3034, heading south.
Cross ready, 16,270 knots, United 533. All right, ready at 16, just as we planned, guys. 270 knots as indicated as well, which we're already below that. You can kind of see that here. So we're assigned 7.5 Mach, but I'm not going to just speed up to 270 because we're not technically in that transition zone yet. But let's go ahead. We're 10 miles to top of descent, so right about 5 miles we'll start down.
And Delta 1, say Mach number.
Yeah, it'll be cool when one of you guys get when you guys are getting ready to be on the Airbus, we'll do some training. But even if you guys are in training now and you need help or you want to talk about ground school stuff or just you have questions, and let me know, man. I still carry an active flight instructor certificate. I love teaching. I love talking about it. So feel free to ask away. That's what we're here for. We're about 5 miles. We'll go ahead and initiate the Mach descent. There we go. We'll put you into below mode. Look out below, and let's go ahead and turn on the seatbelt sign. We'll make a PA. And what do we got here for an ATIS? Let me just pull it up here. Make a PA. Folks on flight deck. Looks like we just get our initial descent down to the Seattle area. Right now we're looking at about 65-degree temperatures down there in Seattle. Winds are light, about 5 to 7 miles an hour to the west. Should be on the ground here in just about 30 minutes. About 109 miles to the field, depending on air traffic control. It is quite busy down there, so it just kind of depends on what they vector us around when we get down low level. But again, we appreciate you flying United Airlines this evening. Again, about another 30 minutes to touchdown. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. That was a shit. Oh man, that was a bad announcement. I didn't say that, but that was a bad announcement for sure. I got all distracted when that guy talked to my ear. Ugh. I rate that one like 6 of 10. XP, so I'll tell you this, XP72, he was a flight attendant, right? He actually was a flight attendant of Tower and United. But he makes the best announcements that I think I've ever heard. I mean, he makes some of the smoothest, best announcements. And it's unreal, man. I keep saying that I'm just going to record him on stream one time and just take it to work and just play it over the PA.
Southwest 717, reset transponder, squawk 6621. 6621, Southwest 717.
Steven Tan says 50 nautical miles from top of the descent with Vulcan and crashed. Oh man, dude, that is... I wish that on no one, man. Ahmed, I did not find the fuel temp. I don't think it's modeled on it. It should be on the fuel page. Josephine says, I'm planning to go to the airlines. That's awesome. Jeremy Harvey, what's up? It says, whenever I visit the cockpit in real life, the pilots are always throwing a loop when I ask a really technical question about something in the box. I know, man, and I've been the same way. People have asked me something like, oh, so you obviously know a little bit about the airplane and whatnot. But that's awesome, man. We, for the most part, I mean, you have some old crusty apples, no doubt. At any airline, no matter what airline, what country, you're going to have some crusty apples up there flying. But for the most part, I think we're all on a collective agreement that it's just, it's rare. It's rare enough that you share the same passion with somebody, and then when you have a passenger come up and they obviously share the same passion as you, it's you know, sometimes you're taken back like, whoa, this guy knows what's up. That's pretty cool. You know, it's a cool deal. It's one of the things that I never realized I missed as much as I missed. Go ahead, United 533. Did we miss another radio call?
533, contact Seattle Center 126.6. Good night.
26.6, good night, United 533.
WestJet 842, contact Seattle Center, 426.6, good night.
Seattle, good evening, United 533. We're 26.2, descending cross ready, 16,270 knots.
Tower 459, contact approach 125.
All right, so I'm going to dial it back now to 270.
And at 533, Seattle, good evening. Indicated airspeed.
We're at a 300. We're slowing back to 270 for United 533.
533 on that slow, reduce speed 260 knots.
Roger that. We'll reduce it all the way back to 260 knots for United 533. So that's that thing. We got caught in the transition there. Always want to keep that. But how about this? I mean, sunset arrival. Awesome. I'm in.
WestJet 842, Seattle, good evening.
Carter says fuel temp is not modeled on the Toliss. I do not believe. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. Yeah, it should be on that page though.
Alaska 354, contact approach 125.
Your PA is better than what I would ever do. I'm gonna start. I normally don't do PAs on stream just because it's. We fly all kinds of different airlines, and I'd hate to do a real PA and then to say a different airline. It'd be kind of embarrassing, right? But since I haven't flown legit for 3 months, I need to. It's good to get back on it and just get back in the swing of making PAs and all that stuff. So. Gavin says thoughts on flying cargo airlines. UPS FedEx. Hey man, if you're into if you're okay with that lifestyle, go for it, all out, man. They pay well. It's hard on the body. I will tell you that it's going to be hard on the body if you're working backside of the clock. But as you get more seniority, you don't need. You won't be flying that much backside, but break it here. Captain Kringles, thank you so much, man. $2 donation. Says love XP, but. ... Hashtag Team Airbus. Totally agree, man. Team Airbus all the way for sure. Appreciate the donation, Captain Kringles. Awesome stuff, man. But yeah, as far as flying cargo, man, I know a lot of guys that's their dream job is UPS or FedEx. I got a couple buddies that fly for Atlas as well, and if you're okay with the schedules, 14, I think Atlas is, what is that, 14 or 15 off, 7 or 14, 15 on, 7 off, something like that. I don't know the actual rules, but it's just a different lifestyle, that's all. I personally love the interaction. I know passengers can be a pain in the butt. I know this, but I also miss the interaction and being off. Oh, look at this shot right here, the sun and the IE engine. So being off for this long, I've always appreciated my job. I don't think I'm one of those people that have ever or at least not yet have fallen to that, oh, I don't appreciate my job anymore. But being off, I've learned what I miss the most. All right, slow to 230 knots. Maybe tight to make 16,000, but we'll try it for United 533.
Alaska 18-0, keep up the speed, 270 knots, half ready.
All right, so he wants us. We're going to go full board.
30, Alaska 803.
30, what was the itinerary?
61, contact approach 125.
We got to pay attention here. I was all getting all sentimental there. 3033, we got that set. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go vertical speed 500, 800. That way we can slow down at the same time. We got full boards out. I was too busy looking at this shot, huh? Look at that shot. Good night. But what I I've learned what I miss about the job. And honestly, one of the biggest parts is the passenger interaction and being in the airports, and especially this time of year. This time of year, summer, I probably care less. And it's like, I could be out fishing or something. But this time of year, you got kids in the airport. Everyone's excited. Everyone seems to be in a happy mood because they're going to go visit family, or they're going home for the holidays, or whatever it have you. This time of year is a really, I don't know. To me, it's a good time to be in the airport, and I miss that for sure. Jeremy Herbert says, after I left, I heard the pilot's talking about me, and he said he's probably an IOE right now. There you go, man. Yeah, he thought you were probably an IOE, or initial operating experience training. Look at that. Look at this 319, man. I said we might be tied at 16, but 319 gets it done. Hashtag Team Airbus. We're going to need a Team Airbus emoji in chat. We're going to need to make one of those. Look at that. We made it 16,000. We slowed to 230 knots. We're still waiting for a runway assignment, so we haven't done our full-blown Haven't done our full-blown approach brief yet, but Straight Juice Carter says, I agree, man. What is IOE? IOE is initial operating experience, which is the first thing you do after you pass ground school.
Delta 152 here with you, flight level 260. Good evening.
123.9, United 533. Always listen first before you key the mic.
Stepped on there. Delta 521, Seattle approach. You can expect ILS 16 left approach to send a maintain
16 left.
7,000, Delta 521.
I hope they give XP11
And
right.
the Alaska was Alaska 1804.
Yeah, give him 16 right. Give him 16 right.
Delta.
Give him 16 right.
1804, thanks. Cross Auburn at 10,000. You can expect the ILS 16 left.
Auburn 16,000. 16
I got Oscar. I don't have Delta. I got Oscar. And approach gave me United 533. We're level 16,230 knots assigned with Oscar.
United 533, Seattle approach. Hello, cross Auburn at 10,000. You can expect ILS 16 left approach.
All right, cross Auburn 10,000. Expect 16 left. United 533. All right,
Delta
so
521, depart Woody heading 250.
first things first. Let's put in the arrival.
Depart Woody heading
Approach,
250.
runway 16 left.
Delta 989, contact final approach 133.65.
Making sure it's all in the box. There we go. Insert 16 left. Don't delete my stuff. Go back into nav mode. I'm going to redirect us to hump. Okay. 16 left. Perf. Here we go. Next. Oop, one too far. Here we go. Approach in formation. 16 left.
American T-38, contact final
110.3. MDA is
Alaska 1804, depart Auburn heading 340, then
697. Straight in DA.
Auburn
Oops.
heading 340 and then
Or
down to
BCD.
7,000. Alaska 1803.
We're 632. 632. 632 for the MDA. That is set. I'm going to go ahead and open descent down to 10,000. LS push buttons on.
Delta 521, ready speed 210 knots.
210 knots. Delta 520.
Josephine says, I'm nervous about ground school. Is there any recommendations on books I should get and rules
Delta
when
521, contact final approach with your speed.
with ATC? Don't be nervous, man. It's an exciting time. Don't be nervous about ground school. It's an exciting time. Just go prepared. Review what you're supposed to review. And as far as ATC goes, you're going to learn all that with your instructor, man. One of the hardest things to do when you first get into training is you want to get too far ahead of yourself. Like, your instructor's going to be with you when you talk to ATC. You're going to learn all that stuff in the airplane. Now, you're going to learn some basic stuff in ground school, but don't get too far ahead of yourself. Focus on the things at task at hand first. So, ground school, focus on that, and then ATC will come. Now, I will say, when it is time to practice ATC, listening to...
speed restriction from center.
That's affirmative. We were assigned 230 knots for United 533.
At 533, you can resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, United 533, thanks. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and manage it up. It looks like going to be 250 there anyway at Auburn, even though he didn't give us a descent via, but we lost the race. But look at this, coming into Seattle. I know XP likes to call this the, what does he call this, the GoPro view? That's pretty sick, I'm not going to lie. That is pretty sick. But yeah, don't get ahead of yourself, but what I was saying is, for ATC, listening to streams like this where you have VATSIM or Pilot Edge, and then when you feel confident and actually getting on, if you can get on Pilot Edge or VATSIM before you even do a real flight, you're going to be so far ahead of the curve with speaking to ATC. Because honestly, it's very close to the realistic, very close to the real thing.
We'll go to 120.4.
Slam Cannon says, or I don't know if you want to read it. What does Slam Cannon say? What happened? What happened with Alex Friedman? Oh, here we go. Hey, V1, I told you a while back that I was getting motion sick. I am proud to tell you that 90% of the time I feel fine. I'm now 31 hours in my PPL and have started cross-country flight planning. Alex, awesome stuff, dude. Positive rates in chat. That's a big thing to overcome, man. Sometimes you just got to stick with it. Definitely awesome job, man. Keep it up. Stick with it. Good to hear, man. That's awesome. You're cross-country. That's a fun phase. Did I read the whole pilot's
1804, always a pleasure. You can contact final
handbook
approach
of aeronautical knowledge?
133.65.
Probably.
133.65. See ya. That's good.
No. You gotta use your diaphragm. You gotta say it with your chest, man. It's see ya. See ya. You gotta get that see ya.
United 326 tail approach.
I don't do it on the radio in real life, by the way. That's
United
reserved for the
533,
old
depart Auburn, heading
turboprop
340,
guys
then
out of Denver. I can't remember the name of the airline. Great Lakes guys used to always say, see ya. Just don't get down when you screw up a radio call.
United 533, depart Auburn, heading 340, descend 7,000.
All right, depart Auburn, heading 340, descend and maintain 7,000, United 533.
United 326, you with me?
All right, 7,000, open descent. We're going to select speed 200. We'll just stay at 240. And here comes Auburn. Right. Well, come on now. We'll just stay at 240 for now. And there we go. We're going to pull heading. We got some stuff to do here. All right, we're at 10,000 feet. Let's get the lights on. We're going to leave that off because we are with ATC. And we are going to come here. And we are already in approach phase. That's awesome. We're going to clean up the box.
Yeah, 326, descend and maintain 7,000, fly heading 250, you can expect 16 left.
Runway is 161 inbound.
250 and, yeah.
Oops, no.
7,000.
341. 341. That doesn't seem right. What is inbound?
Actually, United 326, continue right turn heading of 340.
344. 3 degrees off. Until it didn't look exactly straight. 344, insert, pull heading. There we go. We've cleaned up the box now. We've got our box nice and clean. We've got our extended line. We're on heading at 340 with 240, descending 7,000. We are looking good. We got doing her thing in the back. Oh, look at this shot, man. Sam says got made fun of it for a couple people on frequency, but it's fine. Hey, man, everyone messes up on the frequency. Everyone does. In real life, it happens, man. It happens on VATSIM, it happens on Pilot Edge, and it happens in real life. You just gotta shrug it off, like, all right, moving on. Screwed up. Josephine says, thank you so much. I will for sure look into getting into VATSIM and Pilot Edge. Thanks so much for the support. You got it, man. 100%. VATSIM and Pilot Edge are more than just immersion tools that we have for flight simulation. They legitimately can help you become a better communicator in real life.
Check vectors for the outlets 16 left.
Definitely get on at that. Buster Roberts says, everyone called me V1. That's correct. DH, hey, what's up, man? The Twatter first officer, what's up, bro? He says, I accidentally told approach the passenger landing safety brief. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Hey, I'd be lying to you if I said I never did a welcome announcement over the frickin' radio as well. But here's the thing. You roast the hell out of whoever does it on frequency, and then you move on. And it's fun to laugh at. But it happens. It happens, man. It's embarrassing as hell when it happens, trust me. Jeremy Harvey says, I've heard recordings on YouTube where controllers get angry, and that scares me for pilots in training. You know, everyone's going to have not everyone, but there are some people that were just going to have a thorn in their side, man. Look at this Congo line of traffic, dude. Look at that line of traffic. That's awesome. That is awesome. Lined up like rockets, man. Hats off to the VATSIM controllers for getting these all lined up like that. That's pretty good work. Yeah, it happens, man. It's not, some controllers are just going to be, not nice about it. That's just what it is. They're dicks in real life, and it just happens, man. Ferris says, next stream, y'all should be on a Discord call, make kind of podcast. That'd be interesting.
United 326 finals, now 133.6.
What event would you RTO at V1? Amber?
Let's 842 on my frequency.
Was it? Was that for you? No, pretty much anything red at V1. Like, just, it depends. Above 80 knots, it's considered a high-speed reject, right? So between 80 knots and V1, it's got to be a engine fire or failure is pretty much what you're looking for at that point. Now it depends, man. You have some amber ECAMs, and unless you know all of them, it's, you know, like if you get a door unsafe flight at 100 knots, you're probably going to reject that one. So it kind of depends, but definitely red. Anything red on the ECAM you'll abort for. Amber, you're probably going to abort for.
Let's 842 settle approach.
Man, it's not an FS 2020 sunset, but it still looks pretty good. Do any of your coworkers know about your channel? I don't know. Maybe a few. Buster Emerson says, thank you, sir. Nice to meet you. Thank you, man.
Maintain 10,000 after Auburn, descend to
Chris Scott, have a good one, man.
Depart Auburn 340.
Christian says Boeing Field's up ahead. I saw it up there, man. I think Alaska should be going to Boeing Field up there. That's a good point, though. Like,
842 descend to maintain 7,000, turn right.
next time, do a dual stream and do like a podcast type thing. It'd be kind of fun. I did a podcast for Threshold. XP actually invited me to do it.
3403.
It was a lot of fun. I loved it. Ramon Thompson, what's going on, man? He says, hey, V1, can you explain how pilots can get through checklists so fast?
Depart Auburn, heading
So you don't want to worry about speed, man. You just want to make sure you are actually doing the checklist. I was watching on stream. So on stream, sometimes, you know, I just rip through something, which is really not a good habit to get in, because you practice how you play. And technically, if you're streaming and flying flights, you're kind of practicing. But speed will come with time. Don't try to be fast. What you want to do is be thorough and make sure you are actually doing what you're doing. I was watching some Smithsonian Channel event about an air crash.
United 533, start play, handoff, contact final, 3365.
3365, United 533. See it.
American 238, cross, Hauser 4000.
I'll get back to that thought in a second.
Maintain 170 knots. Hauser 4, cleared islands 16 left, 170 knots, American 238. XP19, heavy, cross, agony, 4000, cleared islands.
This is just so pretty, though, man. I'm having a hard time. This is like,
LS16 right approach.
how sick is this? Final get in United 533. We are level 7,000.
United 533, turn left heading 190, join the 16 left localizer, descend maintain 4000.
Alright, left turn all the way around to 190, join the 16 left localizer. What was the altitude for United 533?
Descend maintain 4000.
Set to maintain 4,000, United 533. Alright, that was a mouthful there.
United
so
326, fly heading
all the way around, join the loc. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna select loc until I'm going to come back to 210 just because we're so far out. I know I say don't do 210, but
American 238, maintain 190,
26 miles from
Douglas, contact tower, Douglas.
Oh, the box is already sequenced.
We're picking back up to 190 at Douglas, tower 199, American 238.
FedEx 519, heavy, maintain 170 knots to Pinka, contact tower 120.95, I think.
395 and 170 knots, FedEx 519.
I gotta redo
Power
this.
459, reduce speed to 170 knots.
Reduce speed 170, power 459.
Hold on, we got issues here. That was a tight vector, man. Loc blue, VFE next, minus 10, flaps 1.
United 326 for from Cargo, cross Cargo 3000, cleared ILS 16 left approach, maintain
Giant
170
2688,
knots.
what's going on, man? Alright, there we go. Join the loc. So I didn't even pay attention, but what happened is when we were on that vector right near the airport like that, what happened is the airplane sequenced the box.
Power 459, cross
get these set up here for
4000,
landing.
cleared ILS 16 right approach, maintain
So,
170 knots to Pinka.
Cross CLAC 4000, cleared ILS.
We sequenced all the way through Douglas, so there was no localizer drawn on my ND anymore. But we got it off. We got it all.
United
we're looking
533,
good now.
cross Camo 4000, cleared ILS 16 left approach.
Come on, 4000, cleared ILS 16 left approach, United 533. All right, so we're gonna just go down to 4, open descent 4, and
WestJet 842,
we're
Seattle.
eating this guy up in front of us. So let's go ahead and dial in 180. I feel like we're eating that guy up. VFE next, minus 10.
WestJet 842, expect ILS 16
2. So I was air disasters, yeah, Golden State Aviation, yeah, pretty much it was one of those. And I had studied this crash before. The 727 Delta Airlines, where they didn't deploy, they didn't verify that the flaps were actually deployed. They just read it off the checklist, and that can happen. I mean, that can happen on any item. So you don't want to do a checklist with the intention of being fast. Speed will come. Just become proficient. The more you do a checklist, the more proficient you will become, and speed will come naturally. But sometimes speed can kill you. So if you get interrupted, like a lot of times on stream, we get interrupted, you get a radio call, or somebody comes up and talks to you in the cockpit, and you're in the middle of a checklist, start over from the top and just go through it systematically one by one, because that's what they're designed to do. Alright, this might be one of the most beautiful approaches we've ever had on the stream. This is for Xp11. This is pretty awesome. But yeah, I've watched all the air crash stuff. It wasn't air crash investigation, it was something else, but they were talking about that Delta 72. Now, I also watched... Alright, everyone's got to tell me what... Carter just said XP is about to land. I gotta know his landing rate. But... What's happening? Why are we speeding up? Oh, we're not. We're just leveling at 4,000. Okay.
Alaska 379.
The Smithsonian Channel show was talking about airport operations in Alaska, too. It was unreal, man, what they do to keep that airport open. So hats off to those guys. We'll talk more about the snow and runway and all this stuff. I can't wait for that stream. I'm looking forward to that stream. We're going to be in P3D. We're going to use GSX. We're going to de-ice the airplane. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk all about anti-ice de-ice. But yeah, hey, that was off topic. Shout out to any airport operators, though, that are out there that work on the airports. Keep the airports open. Operations. Do a lot of work.
American 260, Seattle approach this and maintain 4,000.
287? Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah. That's good for an old Boeing. What's the tower freak? We are cleared approach, so we're going to turn that light on.
Alaska 351, Seattle approach this and maintain 5,000.
Seattle Tower is...
United 533, maintain 190 0 knots to Douglas, contact tower 119.9 Douglas.
19.9 at Douglas, 190, United 533 will sail.
Alaska 379 to
19.9 at Douglas.
3000, cleared ILS 16 right approach.
He wants 190, I'll give him 185.
Present speed 190, cross Bugby 3000.
Alright, 16 left is in sight. Should have verified. IS and...
WestJet 42, fly heading 190,
110.3.
cargo 3000, cleared
Right
ILS
slope.
16 left approach, maintain 17 knots to Douglas.
Missed approach altitude is going to be...
Delta 152, turn left heading 190 to
That's right. I should know this. We do this. We're in this airport all the time for recurring.
Turn left heading 190, intercept 16
Alright,
left, over line 3.
Time to pay attention now. Look at that. Home of the 12th man down there. Seattle Seahawks. Shout out Russell Wilson. That dude is a
Alaska
freaking
379,
beast.
maintain
I love Russell
190
Wilson.
knots, 4 greater 2.
How smooth does Toliss auto land? It does all right. Flaps 30. Get out of here with those Boeing calls, my friend. Hey, Cap, what's the busiest airspace you've flown into in real life? Oh man, it's got to be East Coast, probably somewhere. Kennedy, LaGuardia, Newark. Chicago can get super busy too.
Maybe 1 Tango Delta, contact
This
tower
traffic
120,
load that we have right now, you guys may think it's really busy, but this is pretty standard for like DFW or just a pretty standard day. You're seeing guys lined up on all the parallels. Like that's just another day at work in Chicago and these bigger hubs. I mean, this is freaking awesome out here, though. All right, we're approaching Douglas. We'll flip it over. We're a mile outside of Douglas. We'll call them. What about now? Target United 533, just outside of Douglas. 16 left.
United 533, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, cleared to land, wind 320 at 5, multiple runway crossings prior to your arrival.
16 left, clear land, United 533.
United 326, say parking.
Alright, I need somebody to give me a parking gate. I did not even think about parking. So somebody be a hero in chat, come up with a gate for me. Be very much appreciated. We're going to set up for landing. VFE next minus 10 flaps 3.
United 2501 heavy, cross runway 16 left on Charlie, hold short runway 16 center.
VFE next minus 10 flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin crew advised auto thrust speed. Auto brakes are low.
Charlie,
memo.
16 center.
Landing
Traffic.
all
Alaska
good.
318, runway 16 center, clear for takeoff.
Traffic.
United 326, turn left, taxi via Bravo, spot 99, monitor ground point 7.
Descend.
Remember, 1 Tango Delta, you're coming in awful hot there, buddy.
Alaska 1461, cross runway 16 left on Quebec, traffic 2 mile final, taxi depart via Bravo, spot 66, monitor ground point 9er.
What the heck is happening?
Roger, Bravo.
What am I looking for? Toggle aircraft labels? Autopilot's coming off. Let's land the airplane. Landing
United
check is coming through
2501 heavy, runway 16 center, line up and wait.
Auto brakes are low. You can land landing over. Landing checks bleed. We're clear to
Alaska
land.
1435,
Chaos
Seattle
is
Tower,
happening.
traffic 2 miles
lights,
final,
reds.
cross runway
This
16
guy's
left
making
at
my
Charlie, hold
ears
short
bleed.
runway
2
16
tons of
center.
runs since I vacated Alpha 14. Have at it. Alpha 14, thank
Alaska
you. 2 tons of
318,
love.
contact departure.
We're going to Alpha 14.
FedEx 519 heavy, Seattle Tower, cross runway 16 center on Papa, hold short runway 16 left, and northeast cargo.
It is correct for IAE engines. It is one of the updates that was pushed out for the IAE version. It is 100% correct, and it is simulated just like it should be in the real thing. This is beautiful here. Wow. We're going to Alpha 14.
Western 842, Seattle Tower, wind 320 at 5, runway 16 left, clear to land, multiple runway crossings prior to your arrival.
50, 40, 30,
Western 842, multiple crossing the runway prior to your arrival.
5,
Alaska 318, if I didn't already tell you, contact departure.
Spoilers.
United 2501 heavy, wind 320 at 5, runway 16 center, cleared for takeoff.
Decel.
16 center, clear for takeoff, United 2501.
152.
United 533, say gate.
We're going to Alpha 14, United 533. Jesus, dude, I'm not even at
Seattle Tower,
60 knots yet.
with you to the MD 3600 on the final.
Ay, ay, ay.
Delta 152,
Still
Seattle Tower, following 737, 4 mile final,
One
runway
foot off
16
center
left,
line.
clear to
Yeah,
land,
I'll
wind
take that.
320 at 5.
I didn't even turn this light on, but it got way too busy.
United 533, exit left on November, taxi via Whiskey, spot 99, monitor ground point 7.
Whiskey spot 99, monitor ground point 7, United 533.
FedEx 519 heavy, cross runway 16 left
Clear
on
the
Papa. Hold, and taxi via Bravo Alpha to parking, monitor ground point 7.
Bravo Alpha to parking across 16 left
Would've been
and
a
ground
very
point
good
7
idea.
monitor only at FedEx 519.
Alaska 1435, runway 16 center, line up and wait.
Spot 99. Bruh.
Seattle Tower, power 49.
Bruh, let's clear the runway.
Roger, Papa.
Ground control.
Alaska 1364, Seattle Tower, cross running 16 left on Charlie, aircraft 1.5 mile final. Hold short running 16 center.
Cross 60 center.
Hey, pro tip, guys, make sure you check your
Alright, Alpha Charlie, and we'll hold short 16 left, Cessna.
where you're going when you get on the ground. Spot 99, we exited on November, so we got to turn right. And Alpha 17, I don't even know where that is. What did I say it was? Alpha 14? Alpha 14, oh geez, that's way over here. Okay, spot 99, Alpha 14, we can do that. And so we got to go all the way down. Jeez Louise, man. Great, United 533 on Whiskey, going to 99 for Alpha 17.
United 533, Seattle ground, welcome. Actually, no, you can enter the ramp at spot 88. It looks like that's clear at this time.
Oh, one threat, spot 88, United 533, thanks. So 88 is at 88 South Satellite between 12 and 13. Okay, for this frickin' airplane, dude. Are wings gonna touch? I feel like our wings are gonna touch. Spot one, dude.
Number 2 Echo Golf, actually disregard.
Look at that sucker. I need to see. I don't see where we are. I still got check strobes, check strobes. I'm gonna get a check strobes emoji. Okay, there's a Bravo. I'm cheating right now. A whiskey.
3657 monitor, tower 119.
We have to go this way, yeah, so it's right here.
119.9,
Oh my goodness.
Number 2 Echo Golf monitor, tower 119.9.
119.9.
That was a cluster, huh? All right. Jeez, we high five just the tip there on that 777. We're going to 17, which is Alpha 14. Literally the last gate. We'll take that. I'll take that. Hey, is that Alaska? Oh, that's can I park next to him? Yeah, that's 14. He wasn't 1461 though, was he? Nah, he was over there. Was XP 1461? I don't think he was 1461. He was 1804 or something. Jeremy says when you land at 270 here, you have to play around the world to get to gate. Yes, you do. I used to know that by heart too. I'm trying to think of it. Taxi, like, oh man, if I look at a Chicago chart, I'll be able to tell you. But they rattle off like everyone. No one knows where they're going. They just follow the guy in front of them. Just don't stop. Do not stop in O'Hare. All right, let's go ahead and full aircraft to APU. I was going to park next to that Alaska, but I don't think that was XP. Omar says that's the part I hate about simming is after landing you got to manage everything. I know, it is literally 10 times harder in flight sim on the ground. He's at the November gates. All right, man, I should have parked next to him.
Alaska 135 with you with Oscar, spot 66 ready.
We'll go ahead and kill you.
Alaska 135, Seattle ground,
Is my scenery over there? That looks like I'm going to fall off my scenery.
519 heavy, are you on frequency?
Oh my gosh, bro. That gate.
519 heavy, yeah, we just stopped short. We got traffic pushing back in front of us.
Alright, FedEx 519 heavy, actually...
I feel like my scenery... I feel like that's not on my scenery. That gate, it does not exist. No, it does. It's just sloped. It's just sloped.
Seattle ground,
Look
Delta
at that.
152 with you. Good
It's just
evening.
sloped.
Taxiing
Okay.
out to Bravo
We'll do it.
via Mike.
APU is on.
Delta 152, Seattle ground, what gate are you looking for?
Which is the best wide body long haul for X-Plane?
Something in the Bravo area, Bravo 9,
I don't
Bravo
know, man.
7.
I don't find any
Alright,
wide
Delta
body.
152,
Probably the
you shoot gap
A300.
between
But I don't know if it's
Alaska
too long
737
haul.
and the 777.
A300, man.
I can shoot it. Delta 152.
Perfect, Delta 152, you can enter the ramp right there and then continue taxi at your discretion.
All right, we don't have a marshaller,
That's
so
the
we're going
ramp.
to taxi in.
Discretion.
Look at this rain. Look at
FedEx
this.
519 heavy, give way to the Delta 152
All right, let's...
and
This is ridiculous. I'm at an angle, man. Good thing the low fuel pump is on this wing instead of the other one. That's too funny.
Alpha
All right, we'll park it here.
around the taxiway Lima.
Oh man, APU is on. Engine 2, Engine 1. Seatbelts.
Alright, yeah, we can
Bleed.
transition Lima
Fuel pumps.
Alpha, but still blocked
Ladies and
by
gentlemen.
these daredevils here.
Oh, Roger, FedEx
There's
519 can't make it around
Beacon
D737.
light. Ladies
too
and
close, I
gentlemen,
think, for us.
welcome to
Roger, thanks. Alaska
Seattle.
83, are you on frequency?
That was epic. I'm gonna have a drink, and then we're gonna do replay mode. It looks like my gear is
Alaska
flat, but it's just the
135,
angle.
runway, runway 16 center, taxi
Oh, man.
via Bravo, Charlie.
Let's look at these airplanes.
Hold short, runway 16 left.
Look at the traffic here.
Seattle ground, this is Delta 152. We're clear off the aircraft.
This is awesome.
Alaska 135.
That is too
Delta
awesome.
152, thanks.
All right, shout out.
Alaska 83 area.
That's some guys working hard. That's awesome. We'll go ahead and disconnect from the network. Shout out XP. I don't see you on there.
Ground runway 16 center, taxi via Bravo
I
Charlie.
don't see him.
hold short
Looks like
runway
he's already
16 left.
disconnected, maybe.
Bravo and Charlie and hold Jetta 16 left.
Wow.
FedEx 519 heavy.
All right, that was epic. Okay, guys, let's get to the replay. Screenshot for the memes. Whew. All right. Replay mode. We're going to do this. We're going to throw you guys in the replay. Hey, shout out to the internet for only dropping 0.4% dropped frames, man. I like that. Toggle replay mode. Let's back it up. That was one of the most stunning approaches I think we've had in X-Plane in a while. We'll fast forward here. Blah, 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 blah. Bring it on in. We should have a gear. Oh, let's watch the gear come down. That's a cool shot. What caused the TCAS alerts on final? There was a TBM that overshot. Either he overshot or he was landing 16 center and he overshot or something. But I saw him. I had visual contact on him, which in real life, if you get an RA like that and a red one, you're definitely not going to just ignore it. So, but just because VATSIM and everything, I'm not going to go around or something just for that. But yeah, that was TCAS was from that. I believe it was a TBM or something on final. XP disconnect for the replay. Awesome stuff. Even PFD says you're at an angle. Yep, I know. We're sitting at an angle here. Must be fun getting on the airplane for sure. Let's zoom it forward here. I mean, this was a really pretty approach. Let's get to the good stuff. Man, I'm just happy the internet hung into there. Shout out to XP72 for doing a dual stream with us here. I'll let you guys enjoy some Airbus sounds, and then we'll start the sail, and then we'll get out of here. Watch the Florence kit illuminate here on the right, or extend on the aileron. So the thrust was coming up there, so I pulled it back. Got a little extra float. Jeremy Harvey, if you're still on stream, dude, if you check the Airbus terminal in Discord, I posted a PDF, it's like 60 pages, all about speeds on the airplane. And it talks about ground speed mini, and it talks about a couple other things on there as well. I know you were asking about that the other day. Well, we did not beat XP in. We didn't beat him. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Sail's a lot more fun when you turn the audio on. There we go. Let's check this coming in over the numbers. We'll see a little bit of float here. So yeah, the thrust was coming up to maintain VREF. I just pulled it back. We were all right. I don't know if we had a gust of wind there or what. How's our center line? Oh, that is a pretty juicy landing, if I don't say so myself. 155 touchdown. We were about, what, 56 or something feet over the threshold, so we were on the high side, which is okay. Better be high than low. 1 foot from center line. I will take that. Guys, I've had a blast tonight. I hope you've had some fun. I hope you've maybe learned something. Shout out to Xplane72 for doing a dual stream. If you're just tuning into this channel, check the link in the description for XP's channel. You'll see the stream from a different angle, from a Boeing 737-900. Mods, thank you for hanging out, doing work in the chat tonight. Sponsors, donors, thank you guys. Contributing to the channel, making this channel even better. Everyone else hanging out in chat, I love you guys just as much. Hit the like button for me on the way out, if you please. Until next time, guys. I'm D1. You have a good rest of your weekend. See ya!